Hello and welcome to episode 10 of the We Were Athletes Once podcast. I am Kyle Woodring.
And I'm Koty.
And this is a special episode of the show. For starters, sorry we haven't been posting that often lately. That is my fault. I've been moving lately and things have been hectic from that. And right now I don't have internet at my new house. So I'm here at Koty's house and we're doing whatever this is.
It's going to be fun.
Yeah. We're probably going to be laughing through the whole thing and we're not going to have any coherent thoughts, but it's fine. We never do. Yeah. So obviously, because our schedule has been a little bit weird, which I do think I promise we're finally ironing it out. We have a lot of great things to come, so please stick around. But yeah, it's going to be a nice Wednesday episode of talking about football. And tomorrow, since this is going up on Wednesday, tomorrow, I believe, is NFL kickoff.
Oh, yeah.
And so we figured it'd be a good idea to make sure we get our predictions in before the season starts, and we talk about what we think is going to happen throughout the season. Yikes. Cowboys, Eagles.
It's going to be ugly.
Yeah. But yeah, so we're going to talk about our predictions for how we think the divisions are going to look, how the playoff picture is going to play out, and we'll see if we talk about anything else. As you can tell, we're kind of just going off of vibes today. We have our research and everything, but this is going to be a interesting episode. Yeah.
Don't look
Koty,
at my...
Yeah, sorry. I'm over here cheating. I don't have my paper in front of me, so Koty does. Koty's what we call old.
Shut up.
So he goes paper and pen for all of it.
It's all here in the legal pad.
Which I can't read your handwriting anyway.
Perfect. Yeah, it's cursive and you're young.
So, I don't know. Koty, do you have any thoughts leading up to this little exercise that we're about to do?
I think there's going to be a few surprises in here. I don't know what your list looks like, your vibes of feeling of yours, but
I said, I've been moving for the last week, and that is all I've been doing. That and working, which 2-hour drives while I'm moving doesn't help me.
No. So I think I've got a few surprises in there. Might shock some people that they might not like. But I'm just really excited for football to start and to see some games that matter.
Not Thursday.
Well, it matters, but I don't think it's going to be good.
I actually don't think any of the games on your screen matters except for the Chiefs and Chargers.
I was going to say Friday Chiefs-Chargers matters a lot, I think.
I see Dolphins, Colts, Steelers, Jets, Panthers, Jaguars, and Cardinals, Seahawks.
Yeah, Saints, but still ugly, even worse.
Cardinals, Saints, sorry.
Even worse. But yeah, we've been watching a lot of preseason. We've seen the cuts, we've seen the signings, we've seen the trades. And I'm finally ready to see starters all the time. So that's all I'm excited for. Football season to finally be here.
Yeah. How do we want to do this? Do we want to start with the North, South, East, West?
Sure.
Okay. You want to go AFC or NFC?
Let's go AFC because I think NFC is a little more difficult for a couple divisions.
And I think it's best to probably go bottom up. So who do you have as fourth place in the AFC North?
Fourth place, AFC North, is the Factory of Sadness, the Cleveland Browns. Yeah. Which is, again, it's sad because I think that defense is really good. I think they have a lot of pieces that are going to keep them in games, but they don't have a quarterback still. They've been drafting them for 20 years, and they still don't have one. They took 2 this year, and they still don't have one of them playing. I saw a stat that their first game they're playing the Ravens, and in 2008 the starting quarterback for the against the Ravens was Joe Flacco, and in 2025 for the Ravens was Joe Flacco, and in 2025 he's going to be starting against them. So that's the Browns, and I can't say a whole lot more than that.
Yeah, I also do. And I don't think, like, I'm not talking about playoffs or anything, but I think there's a world where the Browns are better than we think. And that world is if Joe Flacco looks like 2023 Joe Flacco. Because he was actually really good when he played for the Browns in his last stint. I believe that was when they
went to the playoffs.
It was when they traded for Jerry Jeudy, wasn't it? Or was that last year?
No, they had Jerry Jeudy then.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought.
Because they had some built-up chemistry. That was why at the beginning of all of this, I'm like, why are we making a big deal out of these rookies? Like, he's already got chemistry with their best receiver, and if they have any chance of winning, it's with those two having a connection and then pounding the rock. And I don't know what they're doing there yet either.
Yeah, I think they're going to have Jerome Ford as the starter and Dylan Sampson kind of sprinkling in unless Quinshon Judkins signs a deal at some point, which I think they will end up doing that once they get the whole situation with his potential suspension figured out. But we don't know. Like we've said before, there's a world where we could see Quinshon Judkins back in. Is there a world?
I don't know.
The college season has started.
I don't know, but I really hope it happens. Just for pure chaos standpoint. I mean, I know that players can still change schools. Mizzou just transferred a kicker because his team hadn't played yet. So I know players can still transfer. I don't know, since he's not on a roster, what happens. I don't know. Pure chaos. I hope he goes back to college.
I say, would he be able to play at Ohio State again?
That would be insane.
That
would be absolutely insane.
Or he could just sign with the Battlehawks for a year, and then
I'm sure we would love that.
Yeah. I see there being a world where the Browns are better than we think. They're not a good team, though.
Yeah.
Like, again, Jerome Ford as your starting running back. As much as we talked about how bad Nick Chubb was last year, Nick Chubb is still a very good running back. Mm-hmm. I mean, like, he has the skill. He just doesn't really have, like, his body's been breaking down very significantly over the years. He's getting older.
I mean, that knee injury, I thought he lost his leg, so even being back is crazy. I have Jerome Ford kind of at that Tony Pollard level for me, where you're like, it's fine, but is that really what you want your starting running back to be? Yeah. So I don't know. Honestly, they need Flacco to look like a couple years ago Flacco, and they need Dylan Sampson and Quinshon Judkins to take over as their running backs, and let that defense do what it does, because it's pretty good.
Yeah. Okay. Moving on to a little bit less sad. Who do we have in third place?
The 9-8 Pittsburgh Steelers.
Really?
9-8 Pittsburgh Steelers. And I teased this last week that I had the Bengals not making it. God, they just have so much offense. Even with no offensive line. So I look at their offensive line, I'm like, man, if Amarius Mims can take a step, if some of these young guys can take just a little step and just give Burrows a second, that offense is lethal. Like, it can do whatever it wants. And Chase Brown's getting better, so I'm not worried about that offense as long as Burrow has a little bit of time to throw the ball. And if he does, they can score 50 a game. So that was kind of my one that I was going back and forth on this week. Was I can't put any faith in Aaron Rodgers anymore.
Well, we can go ahead and talk about both teams now, because I'm assuming you have the Steelers in second.
The Bengals, yes.
The
Steelers
the
in third,
Bengals in
Bengals in
second.
second, yes.
I have that flipped.
Okay.
I have the Bengals coming in third, and the reason why is because of how they started the year last year.
It was bad.
I believe they started 1-7.
Yeah, it was ugly.
And they finished either 8-9 or 9-8.
Yeah.
Like, their offense is really good. Like, they have the best, in my opinion, the best receiving duo in the NFL. Joe Burrow is a top 5 quarterback. I think Chase Brown might end up being a top 5 running back by the end of this season.
That's a bold statement.
I mean, with how he ran last year behind an offensive line of nothing there,
It's bad.
I think that's something he's capable of.
They were 9-8.
They're 9-8, okay, and they did come in third.
Yeah. Steelers were 10-7.
And I think the defense is a big thing that pushes that over the edge for me.
I think mine, what ultimately flipped it for me was getting getting Hendrickson signed. Because if they weren't going to have him, I might have had him finish dead last. Like, I think that's how big of a difference maker he is for that defense, because it's not great, but when you have edges that can get to the quarterback and cause pressure, I think that changes a lot. And I think you'll see that in some of my other rankings potentially, but I don't know. I like what they bring off the front line on defense quite a bit. Now the rest of their defense, I don't like their linebackers all that much. I don't like their safeties and DBs all that much. But when you're bringing what they've got off the edge and that line, you can rotate some people in. Like Shamar Stewart, again, one of those guys that didn't get signed till late. He's coming off as a backup role, and he can get to the quarterback. We saw that in college, and I think he's got the speed and power to do that at the NFL level. So, if you're rolling 3-4 guys at edge, keeping them fresh, that can be a problem for quarterbacks.
Yeah, and I mean, you said earlier that the Bengals could score 50 every game. I'm afraid they're going to need to.
They will.
Like, I honestly don't think, in my view of it, Trey Hendrickson makes much of a difference in terms of where I'm going to place them, because, again, I see them having the same season, if not worse, because I don't know if you can go on a run at the end of the season like you can at the beginning, like you did last year.
Yeah, looking at their secondary makes me very sad. DJ Turner, Cam Taylor-Britt, Dax Hill, it's not good.
Yeah.
But I like I said, I like Hendrickson. BJ Hill's not bad. Joseph Asai, Shamar Stewart, Miles Murphy coming off the edge. I still have faith that Miles Murphy's going to be a decent player. And then I do like Demetrius Knight Jr. Logan Wilson's not bad. Okay, their linebackers are decent. It really is that secondary that is rough. But can Orlando Brown play half of what he could at one point? He had moments in his past where he's not bad. So if he can give you anything, Dylan Fairchild, he's young, but he was pretty solid at Georgia. And then I do like Amarius Mims. But that interior line is very shaky.
Yeah, and I'm also looking at the depth chart now. I don't even really like what they have at receiver outside of Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. Andre Yosevich is listed as their third receiver.
He put up quite a few touchdowns last year.
I'm not a huge Andre Yosevich guy myself. Jermaine Burton is bad. And I don't know if I've heard of anyone else. I've heard of Taj Brooks, but he's a running back.
But you've got Mike Gesicki and Noah Fant.
Their tight ends are good.
I like their tight ends. Listen, it doesn't matter. You've got Jamar Chase and T. Higgins.
Yeah.
And that's all you need.
And I think another thing that puts me over the top for the Steelers is Aaron Rodgers is obviously not the same player he was.
No, he's a shell of himself.
He is a shell of himself. But if you look at how he played over the last 5 games of the season last year, 5 or 6 games, he looks like At the beginning of the season, he looked like a guy that was coming back from a torn Achilles. And he found something at the end. It was unfortunate that the Jets were already out of playoff contention. But I do feel like their offensive line is a lot better than what the Jets had. I don't think their like skill players are as good.
No.
But I also think their defense is better.
That's fair. I mean, you have TJ Watt, so.
Yeah. And, Cam Hayward's old. He can still, be a really big force in that defense. Patrick Queen, I'm a really big fan of. Alex Highsmith has had his moments. Like, you go down this list, they got a
really good defense.
They have a really old cornerback core with Darius Slay, and they have Jalen Ramsey now.
Joey Porter
Jr. is young.
You got Juan Thornhill back there on that safety. He's not getting younger.
Yeah. And the only thing that scares me,
like that linebacking core.
I think Aaron Rodgers can still throw the ball. He looked bad in terms of his mobility in training camp and in the preseason. Like, he didn't look like he can escape sacks. Like, again, he used to be able to.
He can't run.
Even a couple years ago, like right before his Achilles injury.
Yeah.
And maybe he was just saving something for the regular season and for the preseason, but we don't know. Yeah. He's 42 years old coming up on at this point.
Yeah, I like this defense. The more I look at it, Derek Harmon, I really like out of Oregon, coming out of there as a rookie, putting on that front end with Hayward, Benton, Watt. I really like this linebacker core. Patrick Queen, Peyton Wilson. He can run all day, end to end, super fast, super smart. He's so good. I loved him coming out of NC State. Injury kind of dropped him in the draft, but man, is he good.
It's hard to read off of someone else's.
Yeah, sorry. Alex Highsmith, Cole Holcomb, Nick Herbig. Like, they've got guys on defense. Even if someone goes down, they've got replacements there. My biggest issue is the offense. I don't trust Aaron Rodgers to be Aaron Rodgers, obviously. And he's another one. He's going to need some time because he can't escape. He doesn't have the mobility like he used to. And this offensive line is young and unproven. They've got some early draft picks on this offensive line. And if it can take a step, it can be really good in the coming years. Like Broderick Jones, Zach Frazier, Mason McCormick, Troy Fautano, all of them are, first 2 years in the league? Like, this is year 2 or 3 for them?
They also didn't look good, though.
They didn't. They did not.
If only they still had Gareth Warren there.
Okay, I did more research into it. I think he got cut. It was an IL cut. So I think he's still got...
I think he had a concussion.
Yeah, so he's still getting paid. They're going to sign him. It'll be fine. See, he's even listed on here.
Yeah, I saw him on there.
So we're good. He's coming back.
Future All-Pro.
That's right. Let's go, Gareth. I struggle with this offense to see it producing enough points to be able to compete. But honestly, this is a division like the Bengals. You're going to have to score points to beat them. And that defense gives up points, but you're going to have to score a lot of points to beat them. The Browns, they don't give up a lot of points, so you don't got to score as much, but I don't know. I love Mike Tomlin. He's one of those guys that if I wasn't a Chiefs fan and we had Andy Reid, bring in Tomlin. I love him. I know what he's going to be. He's going to be a hard-nosed guy that's going to play tough defense, and he's not going to let players get away with stuff, which is why I think DK Metcalf and Aaron Rodgers are interesting here. It's going to be fun to watch to see what happens with them.
Only they still have George Pickens.
Gosh, there would be fights every day with them, each other. It would be insane. But yeah.
Jalen Ramsey's there too.
No. It still might implode.
The one thing I didn't like about their defense is that they traded Minkah Fitzpatrick.
Yeah.
Because Minkah Fitzpatrick was a captain on their defense.
I like him a lot more than Jalen Ramsey.
Yeah. I'm concerned for their.
Well, and I guess that leaves us with our winner of the division. I think everyone in their right mind is going to choose Lamar and the Ravens.
Yeah. I think the only issue they could run into is if
Lamar breaks his leg.
Well, yeah. But I'm thinking more of if they try to turn Lamar into Peyton Manning like he has always said he wants to be.
No, they won't do that.
They have said every year they're going to throw the ball more, and
every year they don't get him receivers.
Yeah. Well, I think they still think Zay Flowers is a number one receiver, and he's not.
They can keep thinking that.
I think this offense works best when they're doing their little read option thing, letting Lamar run around people and letting Derrick Henry run through people.
Yeah, just keep running the rock like that. Lamar has wide receiver speed, but he's big, and Derrick Henry just runs through people. Just keep doing that.
And regardless of what Koty thinks, Lamar can actually throw the football.
I don't like him still.
He's just, yeah.
Guess what he can't do? Win in the playoffs.
Well, maybe they could if Mark Andrews can make a catch.
That's why I like Isaiah Likely. No, that like we said, they're gonna run away with it. I like their offensive line to keep protecting. Like if you've got Ben Cleveland as a backup, I'm good with that. Even Emory Jones Jr. is backing up. He's out right now. He might end up starting. But they just play well. There's not like a huge flaw in their game. Your favorite cornerback is now there. Packers fan.
I'm gonna miss Jair. I already miss Jair.
But then you bring in someone like Malachi Starks to play next to Kyle Hamilton. I think that secondary is going to be nasty.
Yeah. Which, granted, Kyle Hamilton's slow as anything I've ever seen, but he plays fast.
Is good. Yeah, I think getting pressure. They got Roquan Smith and Matabike still, so yeah, they're just a good team. If they can figure out how to utilize their wide receivers and have some form of a solid pass game, that's a terrifying team. Yeah. So I think it's going to be an easy one. It's just going to be, are they the 1, 2, or 3 seed for me?
Yeah, that's exactly where I'm at. Which, granted, I still don't necessarily know where I have them. But yeah, I feel like
it's on my paper.
Yeah. I feel like it's pretty chalk. I mean, obviously we had some disagreements there with the Bengals and the Steelers. I think they're going to finish with roughly the same record. Like, I think the Steelers probably are going to be more like a 10-7 team. I think the Bengals are going to be more of like an 8-9.
So very similar to last year.
But very similar, yeah. Let's move on to the AFC South.
All right. In the last place, the AFC South.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know who you have. I have the Tennessee Titans.
No.
Really?
I have the Indianapolis Colts.
You have the Colts.
I have a shocker for you in this one, my friend. I have the Indianapolis Colts as the 4th place team. You're starting Daniel Jones. And you really want, I think, to start Anthony Richardson, maybe?
I think that is the best option for them in the long term, because they still make it sound like they want Anthony Richardson in the organization.
Yeah, but I
don't understand how you're doing that.
Who says they want him? Because if you want him, you play him.
Yeah.
And that's where I'm at.
Because like I've said this whole time, Anthony Richardson's issue is he hasn't played football. He started 1 year in college, and in the NFL, he has been hurt so much, which a lot of that's his fault.
Yup.
But you need to give him, if you are going to have him on the team, he needs to play, and you need to give him as much of an opportunity. You spent a 4th overall pick on this guy.
Yeah, you can't give up on him.
and especially not for Daniel Jones.
Oh, Daniel
The
Jones.
thing that I like about the Colts, though, is I think the Colts have a little bit more. I don't like it. I like it more than the Titans. I think they have more in terms of their pieces around the quarterback.
Oh, they've got great pieces.
None of them have necessarily worked out outside of Jonathan Taylor, but I still think Michael Pittman Jr. is a good wide receiver. I still think Josh Downs is a good wide receiver. Alec Pierce is a nice slot piece. They just drafted Tyler Warren. I think he's going to be a monster this year. They have Quentin Nelson still. How did they not trade Quentin Nelson yet? Like, I think they still think they can compete in the AFC South, and they can't. Like, I have the Colts in third place, but yeah,
Fourth.
their defense even, and I just don't think the Titans have that. Like, outside of Calvin Ridley, their
Don't
offense
look at my list. It's going to be fun.
their offense is very rough. They have Tyler Lockett as their 2.
We're not there yet.
Huh?
We're not there yet.
I said the Titans are in 4th.
No. I'll wait.
Yeah, Calvin Ridley is the 2. Alec Iamaner, I think, is going to be starting this year. Is that
Yes,
even how
he is.
I mean, he's could be a fine receiver, but like,
Don't hate on the 6'5" Canadian. Just throw the ball up.
I don't like their offensive line. I don't know why you drafted Peter Skoronski so high, and he's playing left guard for you.
Because he can play anywhere.
So play him at left tackle.
Well, they think he's better at guard now.
You cut Taylor Lewan. You gave Peter Skoronski number 77 immediately. He needs to play left tackle.
Yeah, that's a little painful.
Yeah, and they don't really, if I'm not mistaken, they don't really have a whole lot on defense either. I mean, they have Jeffrey Simmons,
They have Snead.
L'Jarius Sneed, yeah, but it's
You don't like
literally
a money hooker, Jarvis Brownlee, Roger McCreary, Kevin Winston Jr., rookie, like him.
there's that name
Jeffrey
too.
Simmons.
There's that name too that I'm not gonna say.
Anthony Orgy.
Yeah.
It's his name, what?
I had to point it out, but I know you're a child, so
An old child. You hate on them a little too much for my liking. And here's why. Because in third place in the division, I have the Jacksonville Jaguars, which means I have Tennessee at 2. And there's my shocker of the division. And here's why. I think Cam Ward is legit. I think he's going to be good. And I think he's going to make something happen here. I just said I don't like Tony Pollard as my starting running back, so there's that. And I honestly need Tajay Spears to get back because I don't like his backup options.
Khalil Mullings was a linebacker 2 years ago.
But when I look at their wide receiving core, yeah, it's not sexy names. Calvin Ridley had a great year in Atlanta and then got suspended and hasn't been the same since. He's basically touchdown dependent, and those are his only receptions. And he seems to have drops lately. Tyler Lockett gets open, and he makes plays, and he doesn't get hit, but he catches the ball. And I think that's going to be important for a rookie quarterback, is to have that kind of guy. And you've got...
He's getting older. It's like, he's
I don't
so
care.
old now.
I don't care. He still makes plays, and that's all that matters. Eli Manor, again, he's 6'5". Throw up the ball. Anybody who put up over 200 yards on Travis Hunter and made him look silly, he's got something. So I'm waiting to see that in the NFL. And that doesn't include, Van Jefferson's fine. He's a possession guy. We'll be good with that. Treylon Burks will be back at some point. Chigun Conquo, I think, is a solid tight end. Gunnar Helms, not bad, coming out of Notre Dame, I believe. That offensive line, though, like you said, it's got some rough spots. I would like to see Peter Skronsky at left tackle too. I agree. If you're drafting him that early and you don't have a good tackle option, like he should be there. And I don't think Dan Moore Jr. is better than Peter Skronsky. So I'd like to see that instead. But Cushenberry's not bad. Zeitler's not bad. J.C. Latham's still young, and I think he can be very good still. And I'm not as low on the defense as you are. I think they've got a good secondary that's going to make some plays. I think their biggest issue is how much pressure are they going to put on that O-line and that quarterback to not give them enough time. But I think Cam Ward is legit, and I think Cam Ward is going to carry this team to second place in the AFC South.
I think he's legit too. I don't know if he can put a team on his back quite like that. Like this team quite on his back.
Cam Ward just put Miami on his back, and every single playmaker that he had on that team was cut from their NFL roster. Not a single one that stayed.
College and the NFL is a big difference.
And Cam Ward is legit. Which leaves us with our winner.
Yeah, I have the Jacksonville Jaguars at 2, by the way.
We can talk about them. This is a team that there's something about them. They like to blow it. And I want to like Trevor Lawrence, and I want to say he's going to finally succeed, but he hasn't done it yet. And he continues to not do it year after year. And they just gave him, $55 million? That was the perfect opportunity for a GM and an ownership to say, you know what, we're going to pass. You can either take less or you can try and find it somewhere else, but it's not worth taking up this much of our salary cap because we can't win with you. Why are we going to pay you a third of our cap? So I would have loved to see that happen. I just don't have faith that Trevor Lawrence can figure it out.
He hasn't been bad throughout his career. He hasn't been
been good.
When he came out of Clemson, people were calling him a generational
and he looked
prospect.
like it.
And he looked like it in college. Well, no, he looked like a good quarterback. I thought it was insane that they were ranking him as highly as they did, personally. But I really like what they have right now in the... Koty's a little off.
It's late at night. I had to make Kyle laugh. We're good.
Yeah, we're recording this Tuesday night after I got done with bowling. But yeah, I think Brian Thomas Jr. is
That's my dude.
One of the better young wide receivers in the NFL. I still think Travis Etienne can be a good running back. I think they're pairing him up with Tank Bigsby.
Should be the starter.
They're gonna probably split some carries and kind of be a 1A, 1B type situation. And it didn't work last year. I still think it can, though. They have Travis Hunter is going to be primarily a wide receiver this year, and I think that's going to really help him. Their offensive line kind of leaves a little bit to be desired. Walker Little, Ezra Cleveland. I would
like Anton Harrison as a guard better.
Yeah. On defense, they have Josh Hines Allen.
There you go.
I hate that he did that. I hate when guys change their name. I was looking at Jason Owe too, and how he how he is starting to go by Odafe, and it's
your name's hard enough. Don't make it harder.
Yeah. Trayvon Walker hasn't necessarily lived up to being the number 1 overall pick. It's
not all that pretty over there on defense, my friend.
I like the team a lot less. As I'm looking at it.
Which is why I have the Tennessee Titans taking second.
You know what though? I'm rolling with it.
Stick by it.
I'm rolling with it.
That's fine.
Foyesade Olakun's a good player. I found one.
You found one.
Josh Allen and Foyesade Olakun are gonna.
I'm gonna need you guys to pick easier names for me because I can't. Dwayne Smoot, is he still in the league? I thought he. Who am I thinking? There was another Smoot. That was a corner.
Oh, I think I know who you're talking about.
See, this is where I get.
Dwayne Smoot's the one that went to Illinois.
Oh, Fred Smoot. That's who I'm thinking of. Played for the Redskins.
I didn't know who. I was surprised Dwayne Smoot was still in the league. Not because he's old, because he's not good.
He's terrible.
Yeah, so that leaves the Houston Texans.
And I think they're going to run away with it.
I hate the fact that they have Nick Chubb as their starter now because Joe Mixon is out, and we don't know how long he's going to be out. He might not play this year.
That would be insane.
But I do think they are easing Woody Marks into eventually being maybe not the starter, but having a bigger role on this team than he is going to have to start the season. Because we've seen about all we can see from Nick Chubb. Like, he can still be...
Well, give him a little extra time to recover from that ACL, and maybe he's got
the ACL and
more.
the MCL and the PCL and the dislocated knee.
Listen, we don't talk about knees right now, okay?
Damian Pierce
has had his moments.
We know what he is at this point, and he's not a starting running back. Woody Marks, I think, is going to be more of a receiving back to lead off the year. And I think they might try and ease him into getting more carries as the year goes on. I love their receivers. Nico Collins, Christian Kirk, and Jaden Higgins is...
They drafted Iowa State's receiving core, and that was a great choice because they also got Jalen Noel.
Yeah, they have Jalen Noel.
Braxton Berrios sitting out there. He's got to be a return.
7.
He's got to be like a return man only. And that doesn't include Tank Dell, who knows if he's ever playing again.
Yeah, he's kind of in the same spot as Nick Chubb was a couple years ago.
It's rough. And Dalton Schultz.
I need their offensive line to not kill C.J. Stroud. That is
it's not good. It's not good.
It didn't look good in the preseason. It doesn't look good as I'm looking at it. Titus Howard is the best guy on that offensive line, and that's not great.
I think Ariante Ursary could be solid. I mean, he's a rookie, but he's got some potential there. Man, Cam Robinson, what a fall.
Yeah.
Juice Scruggs, you're backing up, and Blake Fit. Gosh, if you guys are backing up those fools, it's been rough. Yeah, I don't like that
And
line.
their defense is old.
Whoa. Will Anderson Jr. And Derek Stingley Jr. Not old. Kamari Lassiter, not old.
I'm looking at their defensive line right now with Mario Edwards Jr., Sheldon Rankins, and Daniil Hunter.
They got Henry To'oTo'o, Azeez Al-Shaair.
Azeez Al-Shaair is the new Vontaze Burfict.
So he's going to be kicked out of the league soon.
Yeah. I just like to say that because people keep saying he is, even though he's like not even close to on that level of dirtiness. Yeah, I like
their secondary a lot. I don't care what you say. I know C.J. Gardner-Johnson's old, but Derek Stingley Jr.
I don't think he's that old. And I don't dislike C.J. Gardner-Johnson as a player. I dislike him as a person.
Yeah, but I think Kamari Lassiter could be solid still, and Derek Stingley Jr. is probably one of the top 3 corners in the league.
Yeah. If the offensive line can keep C.J. Stroud out of the emergency room.
It's kind of the same situation as Cincinnati.
Except better.
Slightly.
I love their defense. I hate the Bengals.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about their O-line.
Their O-line is very similar, which isn't good for C.J. Stroud.
No.
Because Davis Mills and Graham Mertz, if they have to play at all in meaningful snaps, it's going to be rough.
All right, what division you want to go to now?
Let's go to the East.
Oh, let's go to the East. Say who's in last place on 3. 1, 2, 3. The Jets. Yeah.
And look, they...
And the sad thing is I think they've gotten better.
I don't think they've gotten better.
I think their O-line has gotten better. I think their defense has gotten better.
Yeah.
They just don't have a quarterback still.
Yeah, they drafted Armand Membo. I think that's going to be huge for them.
You got him, Vera Tucker, Tippmann, John Simpson's okay, and then Olufashanu.
Why was their team so bad last year?
Because
their offensive line. Why was their offensive line so bad last year?
Was Elijah Vera Tucker playing right tackle?
I think he was playing guard.
Oh, I don't know then. It
They
shouldn't
didn't
have
have
been.
They didn't have Armand Membo.
Yeah.
I think they had a lot of Aaron Rodgers' friends that can't play in the NFL anymore playing.
Well, they still have Alan Lazard.
They still have Alan Lazard. I don't know why. I hated Alan Lazard, and he was a Packer. He has Josh Reynolds playing above him, which is a yikes.
They don't have weapons. They've got Breece Hall, Braylon Allen, and Garrett Wilson.
Yeah,
they got Mason Taylor, so they got him at least.
Pray for Breece Hall that he gets traded.
Yes, pray for that to happen so that Braylon Allen can be their starter.
Not to the Chiefs.
Braylon Allen can be their starter because that helps me in fantasy football.
I need Breece Hall to get traded to somewhere that he can be the running back.
The Chiefs?
No, because I also have Isaiah Pacheco. He can be the Chiefs running back next year.
No, and I like this defense though. Like that's the sad thing. Like they're falling kind of in that Browns category for me. Quentin Williams is being wasted still. Will McDonald's starting to find his game. Harrison Phillips isn't bad. And then I like some of their secondary. Sauce is up there again with some of the best corners in the league. But Michael Carter, Andre Sisco. But, yeah.
Yeah, and, granted, I do think
I'd rather start Tyrod.
I do think they downgraded at quarterback to an extent. I think Aaron Rodgers is still a better thrower than Justin Fields.
Yes.
But I do think the athleticism from Justin Fields is going to help them.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Justin Fields actually...
$40 million was entirely too much money.
Well, yeah. But he's got a line that could actually protect him for once, so maybe if he has time, he could look decent. I don't know. It's the Jets are jetting. They're in that category with the Browns for me. So third in this division might be a surprise.
I don't know if it is because
Okay.
I think we might have the same thing. Considering you said it was a surprise.
I have the Miami Dolphins.
I also have the Miami Dolphins.
It's only a matter of time before Tua scrambles his brain. It is what it is. Dude doesn't know how to slide and never will, apparently. You would think once you forgot what your name is, you would learn to slide when you finally came back. But you didn't. I think running backs, they've got a lot of them, and they could all be solid. Tyreek Hill, Jaden Waddle, good tandem. Tyreek was just not voted a captain, so let's see how that affects him.
Well, he also said he wanted to not be in Miami, and then he didn't get traded, and he was like, I love Miami.
Yeah.
And Tua called him out publicly for it, as he should.
I see Tyreek as kind of an AB. So it could be an interesting season in Miami. I don't know if he'll take off his shirt and dance off the field and retire, but I wouldn't put it past him.
Yeah, he has also said his plans post NFL that I don't think I can say on.
Oh gosh, I don't know what he said.
Wants to do something that rhymes with corn.
Oh no.
That is something he said at one point.
I thought he was going to do
know
like
if that was just him talking.
Olympic racing or something, or MMA or something.
I would love to see him get beat up.
A little payback, a taste of his own medicine.
Yeah. The big reason why I have this team in third place is because I talked about this in an episode that I did with Randall. The defense for the Dolphins in 2025, their secondary is a completely different group of people than they did in 2024. Their only starter that is returning is Kader Kohu, who tore his ACL.
Can we talk about how they could basically pick any random person off the street and they could make this roster at corner?
Yeah.
It's...
I mean, they did sign Jack Jones off the street.
Yeah. Their number one starting corner is Jack Jones.
Yeah.
And Storm Duck, awesome name, is their number 2 corner. Like, what are we doing? Like,
I think it would be a good idea for them to give more playing time than they're projected to Rasul Douglas. He's kind of a slot corner guy, but he is better than what they have right now. And you want... Storm Duck is still young. You kind of think he can... Quit making fun of people's names.
His name's Storm Duck.
You kind of think he can be a valuable piece of this defense, but you're looking up Storm Duck.
I kind of know what his real name is. His real name is Storm
Duck, yeah.
Chandler Duck. No way.
You didn't know this?
No.
I look every year at the college football best name.
Oh, man, there's some
names
good
list.
ones this year.
And when Storm Duck was in college, he was always on that list.
How is General Booty still in college? He's got to be like 30 at this point.
I think he's 23.
No way. Also, General Booty. Come on.
So we have, 2002.
No
So he's 24. 23, yeah.
It's been around forever.
He's just been on a lot of teams.
How do you go from USC to ULM?
Oklahoma, there too.
Yeah, well, ULM.
So we talked about we have basically the same AFC East, I'm assuming then.
That means Patriots are number 2.
Patriots are number 2, yeah. I think this is going to be a big year stepping up for Drake May. And
I thought he was good last year.
Yeah, he was, but I think this is when he jumps into that spot that you really expect from him with the draft pick that you gave him, or that you used for him. It seems like they're going to kind of tandem Ramondre Stevenson and Travion Henderson, and
maybe at the beginning.
I like that idea.
I think Henderson's going to steal that and run away
I
with
do too, but I think Ramondre Stevenson is still...
He should be a third down back.
A capable running back. He had his issues with fumbles last year, but
A lot.
Yeah. In terms of the receiving core...
it's not good.
It's not horrible.
I don't like it.
Stephon Diggs was an interesting signing.
He looked good in the preseason, though.
He did look good in the preseason. I like Keyshawn Booty. Which you... I think...
It's almost midnight. I'm...
Yeah. He made a couple really nice plays and had a couple really nice games at the end of the year last year. I don't think Demario Douglas should be starting on this team. I think it needs to be Stephon Diggs, Keyshawn Booty, Kyle Williams, and Efton Chisholm as the guys that are getting the majority of the playing time.
Yeah, Jalen Polk's out, and I think he's going to be good at some point. I'm thinking of someone different.
I don't know how long Jalen Polk is going to be out. I think he needs to be heavily included in that as well.
I think he's going to be a good slot possession guy.
But Demario Douglas and Mac Hollins, why are they so high on the depth chart?
Yeah, Kyle Williams, I'm a very big fan on.
Will Campbell is a freaking dog.
Yes, he
is. And I'm excited to see how that's going to look.
I like that O-line.
I really like. They have Will Campbell, Jared Wilson, Garrett Bradbury, Michael Owenu, and Morgan Moses. I think it's a lot better than it was last year.
And you gave him a run game too.
Yeah. In terms of defense, I believe this year was this is Rob Spillane's first year in New England, right?
I believe so.
Yeah. They brought in Harold Landry. Christian Barmore is really good.
I like Christian Gonzalez a lot.
Christian Gonzalez, yeah, I forgot about him.
Plus, one of the things I think that needs to get talked about with some of these teams is who's coaching them. And they now have Mike Vrabel. And I think this is a team that you know what you're going to get from that defense. It's going to be gritty, it's going to be hard-nosed, and it's going to play a tough style of game. And I think that's going to be something that's definitely been lacking since Belichick left. And so I think Vrabel is going to be good for this roster. And I think he's going to open it up to give Drake May some more opportunity, because I like what Drake May did last year. I thought he was solid without a lot of protection, without a lot of help on weapons.
They signed Tommy DeVito.
They did. They did. But I think this is going to be one of my biggest surprise teams of where I have them, because I think, spoiler alert, they're going to make the playoffs. You don't. That's fine.
I don't know if I have them in the playoffs. I honestly don't know what the AFC looks like in my playoff picture.
Well, we can go through it in a minute.
Yeah. The Bills are the Bills.
The Bills are going to win it.
Yeah. Josh Allen is a top 3 quarterback in the NFL.
Top 4.
Okay.
I think you have a group of 4 and then everyone else.
Yeah. He just won the MVP. You'd like him to have a little bit better weapons, but even then, Khalil Shakir he's their number 1 receiver, and he's fine. I wouldn't have him as the number 1.
No.
You want Keon Coleman to step up this year and stop dropping the ball.
He's got to catch the ball. If he catches the ball, he's dangerous.
They brought in Joshua Palmer. They brought in Elijah Moore. You need Dalton Kincaid to step up this year as well. Mm-hmm. I think that drop that he had in the playoffs against the Chiefs can do one of two things. That can either really motivate him and he's going to have the best year of his career, or that can kill him.
Yep.
And he will be thinking about that miscatch, and Dawson Knox gets another shot at being a starting tight end.
Yeah, I still don't. I don't love their offensive line, but it's good enough. And then you go out and add Joey Bosa if he can stay healthy to this D line.
Yeah, Greg Rousseau, Ed Oliver, Daquan Jones as their starters. Even their bench pieces, you have AJ Epinesa there. You have Larry Ogunjobi.
TJ Sanders
at some
has been
point
solid.
They drafted Landon Jackson. This is...
Yeah, Sanders and Jackson were both this year, I believe. Matt Milano backing up.
Yeah. There's not much else you can really say about the Bills.
Did DeMar Hamlin get cut?
No.
They need to cut him. I don't care what happened to him.
They're never going to cut him.
I know they won't, but gosh, is he bad.
He will start at least 2 games this year.
And they will
That's
lose those games.
Yeah. Bills are going to win the East pretty easily. I think they're going to get a bye pretty easily.
Do you want to do our 7 that make the playoffs, or do you want to go?
We haven't
to
even talked
NFC
about the
first?
AFC West yet.
Oh yeah, let's do that. The most interesting division.
Yeah,
I think the best division.
I don't think they're the best division in football. I think
the AFC.
And the AFC.
Yeah, hands down.
And I think I might have 3 teams in the playoffs in this division.
This was where I had the Patriots inch out the 3rd team. So in last, I have the Raiders. I don't think that's very shocking.
I think their biggest thing going for them is Ashton Genty, and in order for him to succeed, they need to have an offensive line that can actually block for him.
Yeah, that didn't happen last year.
Okay. I saw you type in Oakland, or it looked like you typed in Oakland.
I did. I still type in the Oakland Raiders. Yeah, change it for me. Yeah.
Brock Bowers is
a stud.
The best tight end in the NFL already.
Yeah.
They have something to dream on with their receiver core, or at least be able to like
I don't hate it.
give it a shot, see what happens. Jacoby Myers, I hate as their number one receiver. I think he's a fine 2 or 3. They brought in Amari Cooper for some reason.
Nostalgia.
Trey Tucker is bad, but they have two
like
rookies.
those too.
They have 2 rookies on this team that I think are going to be starters, both
Quickly.
of them, by the end of the season. I'll say
For sure.
I'll even say by the trade deadline. Dante Thornton and Jack Beck. I believe Besh. I believe Besh was a 2nd round pick, and Thornton was a 4th round pick, if I'm not mistaken.
I feel like Besh didn't go that early. I don't remember though.
I think Thornton was a 4th, and I think Besh was drafted before him. 2nd round, yeah.
Oh man,
I
he
think,
catches everything.
yeah, I think the 2 of them. The only issue I have with Dante Thornton is he is really athletic. I think he's listed at 6'5", 210 or something like that, and he can jump out of the stadium. He has issues with drops. If he can catch the ball, though, he might be the number 1 receiver on this team by the end of the year.
And Jack Besh's problem is he's slow.
Yeah. One of them can catch anything, but he's super unathletic. The other one is super athletic.
super player.
Yeah. Is it Jack Thornton or Dante Besh?
Don't care. You pick.
I think they need to cut Amari Cooper. I don't know why they signed him. I think Trey Tucker can be on the team, but not in a spot where he can
They
play.
brought back Cooper because they've already got the jerseys. They got to sell the rest of them.
I don't know why, for the life of me, they didn't trade Max Crosby.
Because they think they can compete.
No, they don't.
They think they
brought
do.
in Geno Smith.
Yeah, they
Which
think
Geno
they can.
Smith is their quarterback, by the way.
If you didn't
Not
know
good.
that. He was okay in Seattle.
I think you see what the Cowboys got for Micah Parsons
And you trade
in
Micah.
a bad deal. Like, you could get more than that for Max Crosby, and they chose to extend him for some reason. I kind of don't hate their linebacking core. Jermaine Pratt, Landon Roberts, and Devin White.
Tommy Eichenberg backing up too. Jamal Adams.
Jamal Adams at linebacker.
They moved him to linebacker.
I remember that. I talked about it. I hate it still. He looked good, though. I'll give him that. Jeremy Chin, a fine safety.
He's also a backup corner. He's just backing up everywhere. Yeah. I know you love Eric Stokes.
He was a fine depth
I'm
piece.
just going to
for
bring
the
you up
Packers.
all the old cornerbacks that the Packers don't
I-
have anymore.
I miss him. That doesn't say
Doesn't make
as
him
much about
good.
Eric Stokes as it does about the Packers corners. Yeah, I have, and based off of who you just typed in, I think we also have the same team coming in
Los
third
Angeles
place.
Chargers.
Yeah.
I love Justin Herbert. I think he is a great quarterback, and I think the lack of success has brought his stock down. But what he brings, I think he should be viewed in the top 7 quarterbacks in the NFL.
He should be.
I think he's got all the arm talent in the world.
Their receiving core is so freaking weird.
It's so weird.
Lad McConkey, Quentin Johnson, and Keenan Allen. For starters, why is Quentin Johnson listed as the number 2? He should be
He
fighting
was
for
their
his
number
job
1
right now.
last year before Lad McConkey, my boy.
He should be fighting for his job right now. Catch a ball. Quentin Johnson is the downside to what Dante Thornton could be.
Yeah.
Their running backs.
Okay, hold on. You skipped somebody here, and he should be their number 2, and that's Trey Harris out of Ole Miss. I think very quickly he will be their number 2 receiver, and I think Keenan Allen just stays at that 3, and he's your Amari Cooper. You brought him back for nostalgia reasons. Maybe he can provide something, but he should be that 3. I would like for them to do a little more at tight end because Disley and Conklin are fine, but
So something that I think could happen with the Chargers is Aronde Gadsden could get a little bit more playing time than people might think with 2 veteran tight ends there. He was a 1,000-yard receiver at Syracuse. He actually played receiver. I think his senior year his junior. It was last year at Syracuse. He transitioned to tight end, but he still plays like a wide receiver. He needs to learn how to block, but if he can do that, he is athletic enough to be legitimately a 1,000-yard receiving tight end in the NFL. But he needs to be able to block to do that because he needs to be able to block to get playing time. But I really do like Aronde Gadsden. We didn't even talk about the running backs. Marion Hampton,
love him,
is really good. Najee Harris,
I don't know
if he can see.
He might be blind.
I watch. I think Benchwarmer Brand is the YouTube channel's name. He does a bunch of shorts, and he has this skit of him
being a pirate.
Pirate.
Yes, it's amazing.
Najee Harris.
Are you doing this because you're blind and you can't see? Arr! Yeah, their offensive line has some good spots. It has some bad spots.
Quick, say that name.
Which one?
Will linebacker.
Will linebacker Tuli Tuoltupalau. I can't say the last name. I know who he is. I can't say his name. But I do like I don't like their D line, their front three.
Quick, say the right side defensive end.
Is that Otito? Agbonya. I don't know.
Any hard names.
I can't do it. But I really do like their linebacking core. I think Dion Henley's going to be good. Denzel Perryman, Khalil Mack, and then Tuli. Say it.
Tui Polotu.
That's it.
Tuli Polotu.
Yeah.
That's it.
They're too similar. It throws me. But I do like that linebacking core. Derwin James is a stud, obviously. I don't like their cornerback room. I don't think it's very good, and I think that's going to be a problem for them. So their front three and their secondary outside of Derwin James, I'm not a fan of. But I do think this is a good offensive team. I just think they're in the wrong division.
Yeah.
If they were in a different division, I see them as a number 2 in most of these divisions, and probably making the playoffs. But because of where they are and how tough that division is, I have them just getting inched out.
Now, Koty, I want to preface this by saying I didn't do this. I almost did something wild at the top.
It's not wild. A lot of people are doing it.
I do have the Denver Broncos at 2.
As do I.
It's not a runaway by any means necessary.
All right, so first of all, we're saying this because I am a Chiefs fan. I grew up in Kansas City. And I think you have to almost go with if it's not broke, don't fix it. Yeah. Just keep picking the Chiefs until they don't win. But this was very hard for me as a Chiefs fan, and I have them finishing a very close second to the Chiefs. I think this is hands down the best defense in football by quite a bit. Let me pull up the roster, but oh my gosh, this is a good team. I think Bo Nix was decent last year, and I think Sean Payton will open up the playbook a little more for him, and it'll be even better. I think J.K. Dobbins, if he's healthy, is a very good running back.
And they drafted R.J.
And
Harvey.
they got R.J. Harvey in the second round.
That's the thing. That's what pissed me off last year with the Broncos is they just had warm bodies at running back. Like, Jaleel McLaughlin is not good. Javonte Williams was good, but he tore his ACL, and he isn't the same athlete. And their best running back from that room was Audric Estime, and they cut him.
Which I still think is kind of dumb. They still got Jaleel McLaughlin, though.
Why?
He's not going to play.
I question why they still have Tyler Beatty.
Yeah. Cortland Sutton's proved that he can be a legit number 1 receiver, I believe. I don't like that Marvin Mims is their number 2 and Troy Franklin's their number 3. I think Pat Bryant's going to be good out of Illinois. I think he's very underrated, and he's going to quickly move up that depth chart. I hope Troy Franklin figures it out because I enjoyed watching him at Oregon and what he could do. I thought he was going to be really good. And then you do have Evan Ingram coming in to be that security blanket underneath if you need somebody. O-line's solid. And
Quinn Miners is good.
that
That right side of the offensive line is the best.
Then you got McGlinchey over
side.
there.
Yeah, they have Quinn Miners and Mike McGlinchey on the right side. Like Garrett Bowles and Ben Powers are good,
Fine.
but like, holy crap,
Yeah.
they need to be on your blind side.
Yeah. And then look at this defense. Zach Allen, DJ Jones is fine. John Franklin Myers is solid. But then you go out and you get Dre Greenlaw and bring him in. You bring Talon Hufanga. I can't say his first name.
Hufanga.
And then you went out and you drafted Jahdae Barron out of Texas to come fill in at that slot corner. When you already have Pat Surtain and Riley Moss, like, whoo.
And I have to point this out because Mizzou, Chris Abrams-Drain had a great preseason.
Yeah.
And I think he's better than Riley Moss.
He might be. Riley Moss got burned last year.
I think he could be starting by the end of the year.
Like, honestly, like, everyone kind of pigeonholed Jahdae Barron into that slot corner, but he didn't play that for Texas. Like, he was an outside corner for him and was solid, better than solid. So I could see either Chris Abrams-Drain or Jahdae Barron sliding into that number 2 corner and one of them being at the slot. And, like, you've got 4 legit corners right there.
Yeah. And then let's talk about the Chiefs.
The Chiefs.
They're number 1. It's not a runaway, like I said.
No, it's not.
Patrick Mahomes, I kind of am starting to think is a little overrated.
He's not.
He
hasn't had weapons in years.
He hasn't, but
like, and his
neither has Josh Allen.
Okay, he hasn't
neither
had
has Josh Allen.
Okay, he hasn't had
Josh
weapons in years, and he hasn't had a line that's protected him.
Does Travis Kelce still care about football?
I don't know. I don't know.
He's making $100 million doing a podcast, and he's marrying Taylor Swift.
But
allegedly,
I like the weapons this year more than I have in recent years as a Chiefs fan. If Travis Kelce's like, hey, won last year, you got to try that last year.
Yeah.
I don't mind Noah Gray being a number 2. I don't mind Jared Wiley at 3. They've even brought in Robert
Bob
Tonyan. Yeah. Like, they've got options there at tight end, but you've got Pacheco, you've got Hunt. I like Rashard Smith. I think they drafted in the 6th or 7th round out of SMU.
Again, he can be the running back next year.
Yeah.
They need Isaiah Pacheco to be.
He's going to be a pass-catching back this year, and he's going to start stealing carries away from Pacheco.
I need Pacheco to start hurting other people and not himself.
Yeah. But this receiving core, like, yes, Juju is the number 3 right now, but if you like Xavier Worthy, Hollywood Brown, Juju, Jalen Royals should be in that number 3 spot. Jalen Royals he looked really good, and I loved what he did out of college. So, and that's just until Rashee Rice isn't suspended for the first 6 games. So, I think this is talent that Mahomes hasn't had since he's had Tyreek and prime Kelce. So I think there's things there, and on top of that, I like this offensive line so much more than I have in years.
Josh Simmons
is
really
a
good.
Stud. Steal at 32.
Yeah.
31.
I mean, he only fell that low because of his injury that he had in college.
He should have been a top 10 tackle.
Jawan Taylor is good when he's not holding people.
And I don't know if he's going to start. Like, this is what's interesting for me, is they've got listed Josh Simmons, Kingsley Suamataia, Creed Humphrey, Trey Smith, and Jawan Taylor as their starting 5. And that leaves Jalen Moore, who was supposed to come in and be their left tackle. Like, he can easily take Jawan Taylor's spot at right tackle. He could easily move to that left guard spot because he's played both.
You have the best center in football.
And you have the best center and possibly the best right guard in Trey Smith. And you just paid him. So I really like this offensive line. Like, last year, we saw it in the Super Bowl. Mahomes didn't have time to do anything. And I think that's been a lot of the problem. Like, he's thrown balls that he shouldn't, trying to make plays happen. And I think this year he's finally going to have some protection and some weapons. I think you're going to see a resurgence in Patrick Mahomes this year.
Yeah.
As far as their defense, maybe I'm a little biased, but I like it.
Oh, I do too.
Coming off the edge, You've got Karloftis, Aminahue, Dana, Ashton Gelati. Who knows what FAU is going to do? I can't stupid pick. But then at linebacker,
I liked him.
I hated that pick.
Drafted.
You only drafted him because it was in Kansas City and you needed to draft someone in the first round. They should have traded back. Drew Tranquil, Nick Bolton, Leo Chanel.
That's a great.
That's a
linebacking
great
core.
linebacking core. And they just drafted Jeffrey Bass out of Oregon, and Jack Cochran's been fine as a backup. Cornerback is where I feel the least good about. The whole secondary, actually. You've got Trent McDuffie, who's an absolute stud.
I like the corners more than I like the safeties.
Christian Fulton is going to come in and be the 2. I really like that pickup. I think that kind of solidifies and fits your Snead McDuffie, but not quite to that level. But then you're Jalen Watson, Joshua Williams. They drafted Noel Williams out of Cal. Ball Hawks, so we'll see what happens there. And Aziz Johnson. You've got a lot of options. I don't know how much I like them. And it has listed Shamari Connor and Brian Cook, but Jaden Hicks is one of those starting safeties.
Yeah.
He is absolutely a stud. Undervalued. He will be there. He had at least one interception this preseason.
If he can play strong or Brian Cook can play strong, I think.
Shamari Connor should probably not start. It'll be interesting, some of these young corners, to see who takes over that number 3 spot, and if Jaden Hicks can take over for Shamari Connor. That secondary is fine. And then, everybody's favorite kicker, Harrison Butker, and the punt god, Matt Araiza.
Everyone hates that kick.
I know.
That special teams room. I don't mind it.
As a Kansas City fan, I love it. But it's funny that our question marks about the Chiefs are the offense.
Yeah.
Because that defense and Spags running it.
He can't head coach. He's
No,
not a head coach.
He was terrible for the Rams.
He's a great defensive coordinator.
Yeah. So looking through that, it makes me feel a little better about the Chiefs' chances of winning the AFC again, or specifically the AFC West again. But I do think Denver looks legit, especially that defense.
Yeah. Okay. Do you want to do playoffs or do you want to do NFC?
Let's do playoffs and move over.
Okay.
So, number 1 for me, I have the Bills winning the AFC.
I also do.
I think that division is not strong enough for them to have enough competition for them to have more losses. For my second place team, Baltimore Ravens.
I also do, but looking at the Chiefs, I almost switched that last second.
And the only reason I have the Chiefs number 3 is because they will be playing the Broncos twice. They will be playing the Chargers twice. And even though we picked the Raiders last, that's not a walkover team. And with a rivalry with
The
Kansas
Raiders
City,
like to beat the Chiefs.
they're scrappy and they like to beat the Chiefs above all else. So, you're playing 6 games against them. I had to take them as my number 3 team in the AFC.
Yeah.
And that hurt.
So we have our division winners.
And then the Texans at 4.
The same order. Who do you have as the wild card teams?
Number 5. Denver Broncos.
Yeah.
Not even close.
That was, again, a pretty obvious one considering we almost picked them over the Chiefs in the AFC West.
So that leaves...
I think they could win 11 or 12 games.
They could.
And the Chiefs, we're looking at 12, 13.
They won 15 last year, so let's see what it is this year.
Yeah, which I forget they won 15.
I know, it's crazy because they weren't that great. For number 6, it's going to be one you don't agree with. I've got the 50-plus point Bengals having their offensive line figure something out.
Well, my 6 is also one you don't agree with. I have the Pittsburgh Steelers here.
And I don't have them making the playoffs.
Yeah. At the end of the day, I think, yes, there's a bunch of head cases on this team, but this is still a talented team. And I think Mike Tomlin is, if there's anyone that can handle all the chaos,
It is Tomlin.
it's Mike Tomlin.
And
he fights
them, and I'm good with that too.
I questioned whether I was going to put them 6 or 7, but I do think they're a playoff team.
And then my number 7 team is my sneaky surprise, New England Patriots.
I think I have them first team out because I'm still.
I have I have Chargers first team out.
Yeah, I'm still taking the Chargers. I think this is going to be a run-heavy offense with Jim Harbaugh being there.
Yeah.
And I think that's going to be good for them. Like, again, their receiving core is weird. I can't stress that enough.
My question, though, is with this run-heavy offense, J.K. Dobbins likes to get hurt.
He's not there anymore.
Oh, you're right. It's Amari and Hampton. Never mind. I feel better about it now.
Amari and Hampton
well,
and Najee
you've
Harris.
got a blind guy as your number 2, so... Okay,
if he
that makes me feel better.
If he can play, I think he'll be
he went to Denver.
A nice little change of pace back behind.
Yeah, it'll be a third down back, just power over somebody. He'll be fine. So yeah, our first 5 are all the same, and then 6 and 7, I have Bengals, Patriots, and you have Steelers, Chargers.
Yes.
Okay. Do you want to give your prediction of who's going to go to the Super Bowl out of the West or out of?
No, we'll see. We'll save that for another day. I just wanted to see what the playoff picture looks like right now. I mean, gun to my head, I have to pick the Bills.
Kansas City Chiefs. You don't pick against them.
You don't. But I
have the Bills beat the Chiefs in the playoffs.
They haven't.
Have the Ravens beat the Chiefs in the playoffs?
They haven't. It's not my official pick because we're too early.
The only team that has beaten the Chiefs in the playoffs is who would play them in the first round in mine. The Bengals.
Yeah. Burrowhead.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the NFC.
All right.
You want to do the North first again?
No, I want to save the North and the West for last.
Okay.
Let's start with the South.
We did your favorite teams first. We'll do mine
last. Okay. Let's start with the South. The worst team and the number 1 overall pick in the NFL draft this coming year will be the New Orleans Saints.
Next year.
And maybe the year after that.
Arch Manning, they can do this all day.
That's right.
Although Arch Manning looked horrible.
Oh, man.
Against Ohio State.
I
think he'll be fine.
He figured it out with like 5 minutes left.
Yeah.
And looked pretty solid.
I think he'll be fine.
This roster is bad. Your starting quarterback is Patrick Mahomes lookalike. And your backup is a rookie who's older than you.
Yeah. Older than Spencer Rattler, who's been in the NFL for 3 years.
Yeah, it's not good. Which is sad because I actually kind of like the receiving core.
I do too.
Chris Olave, Rashid Shaheed, Brandon Cooks. They just traded for Devon Vele, Trey Palmer. Like, they've got a core. They just don't have any. And then, you also have Alvin Kamara. Devin Neal.
He's still a good running back.
Yeah. So if you could figure out how to throw any of them the ball, this could be a decent offense.
Their line is bad.
I like their tackles. They're young with a lot of potential.
Yeah.
Calvin Banks Jr. and Talisi Fuaga.
Is Cesar Ruiz still young?
No.
When was he drafted? 2020, was it?
Hey, he's got to be older than that.
He's 26.
Okay, maybe he still is young. I mean,
Eric McCoy is not.
Trevor Penning still is too, but he can't play.
Yeah.
Maybe that they moved him to guard, he'll be okay. I don't know. But yeah, this defense. There's some names. They're just old or they're really young.
Their best players are 37-year-old Cameron Jordan and 36-year-old Demario Davis.
Yeah. Brian Brzee hasn't lived up to expectations yet. I mean, Carl Granderson.
The fact that Kool-Aid McKinstry is a starting corner is horrible.
Yeah, Chase Young. They got Justin Reed, though. Like, why are we giving money to him? Julian Blackmon. It's not pretty on defense. This team's going to give up a lot of points.
Isaac Yiadom is starting.
Yeah. It's not great.
Yeah, this is the worst.
You're
team.
starting, 3 corners are Kool-Aid, Alante Taylor, Quincy Riley, Isaac Yiadom.
Last Chance U star Rajon Wright.
It's not good.
In season 5,
all
which
right.
no one watched.
New Orleans will be the worst team in football. They might go 0-17.
I don't think that.
That's.
I don't think Spencer Rattler is that bad.
What if they had Shuck starting?
No.
I think they do if Shuck's starting. Rattler will go off for a game or two, but they're going to be so bad. They're going to lose at least 14 games.
Yeah. I can see him going
14 and a half. 14 and a half.
That's a tough line.
Under.
That's a tough line.
I'm taking the over.
I'm taking the under. 15. I'm taking the under with Rattler, the over with Shuck.
It's bad. In third place, I don't think we're probably going to disagree on this. I've got the Carolina Panthers.
Why am I forgetting the team? Yeah. Okay.
But I think Carolina.
I forgot the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I have nothing in front of me.
I think Carolina is going to be better though than people think.
I do too, because I knew the Panthers I was going to have in third place, but I was like, am I doing that because I can't remember who the fourth team was?
Yeah, I think Bryce Young's going to be better. I think he's showed flashes. Chuba Hubbard's proven that he's a good running back. And then you've got Tet, Leggett. They just got Hunter Renfrow, who I'm a fan of. I don't know why David Moore is in front of him, but, it is what it is. And then I like Jatavion Sanders.
Real quick, going back to Hunter Renfrow, I saw something saying that he got like 10 calls from the Panthers and his agent, and didn't know because his daughter was watching Bluey
and just ignored all of them.
What do you do if you are him in that situation?
I would lose my mind if I wouldn't have gotten a job because of that. I've been like, Bluey is banned forever. You will never watch that show again. No more TV. Don't touch my phone again.
We had to bring in more sage parenting advice from Koty.
Yeah.
After
there would have been Bluey ban. Maybe TV ban.
I think Jatavion Sanders is going to be a lot better than he has been in years past. I think Bryce Young is going to be a lot better than he has been in years past.
We'll see about that O-line if it can protect him, though.
Yeah.
That's my biggest worry.
Ike Ekwonu. We'll see if he can step up into being the franchise left tackle that this team wants him to be. Taylor Moton has had his moments in the NFL. Robert Hunt, he's
just
a
vet. He's a thing. Yeah. But, looking at their defense, J.C. Horn's good. I like J.C. Horn a lot. Didn't they just pay him a buttload of money?
Yeah.
And Mike Jackson on the other side.
Am I wrong if he's the highest paid corner in the NFL?
He might be. He might be. Yeah, the defense leaves something to be wanted.
Yeah, I don't like their linebacking core. I think Trayvon Merrick was a nice pickup. But I don't like him being your best non-JC Horn secondary player.
Yeah, this is why they're third. I debated if they needed to move up some because I do think they're going to be better than what they've been. But I think this next team is actually going to fight for the division.
I do too.
And I almost picked them, but I couldn't do it.
Yeah, I saw on your paper who this is. I agreed with who.
It's the Atlanta Falcons. I think Michael Penix Jr. is legit. And that pick at, number 8, 10, whatever it was, that was a shock to the world when they drafted him, is looking better and better every day now that we know Kirk Cousins can't play any. But this team has weapons, and I kind of like their O-line.
Yeah, I do too. I mean, Jake Matthews has been one of the better tackles in the league for a while now.
Matthew Bergeron's been good since he's started. Chris Lindstrom, solid. I think there's some good stuff there, and you've got Bijan, who is an absolute beast. Drake London, who I think is one of the better receivers in the league.
I don't like that they have Ray McLeod as a starting receiver. And
yeah, they could.
And I liked Darnell Mooney when he was with the Bears, but my opinion on him has slowly went downhill.
He was solid for him last year.
They have entirely too many quarterbacks that converted to other positions on their team.
But more importantly, is this the year?
No, it's not.
That Kyle Pitts becomes relevant.
I think it's more likely that Felipe Franks becomes relevant.
No, I didn't draft him yet again because he screwed me too many years.
I just see Felipe Franks and David Sills on this team as a wide receiver and a tight end, and it's like,
why?
Golly.
Yeah. Their defense, I kind of like.
Yeah, Zach Harrison, I don't really know a whole lot about. I really do like Rukaroro. I like David Onyemata. Rukaroro kind of sounds like a dog that's trying to say his name. Leonard Floyd, he's been up and down in the NFL. They did spend a first-round pick on James Pierce, and
he'll start. I don't care.
Who else did they spend?
A first-round pick
on?
First-round
pick on. It was someone else on defense.
They spent a first-round pick on James Pierce, and wasn't it a D? No. Was it a first-round? Now this is going to throw me.
They had 2 first-round picks.
Yeah, they traded back to get Pierce.
He was 15, I think.
It's going to make me mad. Jalen Walker,
yeah.
Why is he not on their depth chart?
Is he hurt?
He should still
Did
be
he
on
sign?
their depth chart.
I don't know. I think those are 2 really nice draft picks for them.
Walker's on track to play week 1, so yeah, I don't know why he's not on their depth chart.
Yeah, he should be above Zach Harrison.
He should be on Zach Harrison. Yeah, he'll stay there.
And
then Pierce is on rotation. Gosh, that's going to be nasty.
I don't love that you're going to be relying so much on rookies, but you drafted 2 in the first round for a reason.
And let's be for real. James Pierce Jr. doesn't have off the field issues. He's a top 10 pick probably.
Yeah, for sure.
Which leaves our division winner, Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
I think this is the best receiving core in the NFL, like top to bottom.
Yeah,
like Mike Evans, is
1,000 yards.
1,000 yards every year. Chris Godwin,
when he's
he's
hurt,
still very consistent when healthy.
He's gonna play the slot again this year.
Yeah,
that's gonna be filthy.
And Emeka Ibuka,
so good on the outside too.
He's been one of the best receivers in college football for his entire college career. Now having him on this team,
and that doesn't include when Jalen McMillan comes back from injury, and Tez Johnson's looked pretty solid this preseason. So scary.
I also like Cade Otton. He had a lot. At certain points throughout last year, he was the top target for Baker Mayfield,
which is crazy.
And he performed extremely well during that time.
How you feel about that O-line?
I like Tristan Wirfs. Ben Bredesen, I'd rather not. I like Cody Mock.
Yeah. I like Graham Barton. So
Graham Barton is fine.
And Luke Gedke.
Yeah, and I'd rather not.
Yeah.
Let's not and say we did.
Yeah. How about that defense though?
I like that they have a guy named Yaya.
Yaya Diaby. Oh yeah.
Vita Vea again has been one of the better nose tackles in the league for a while.
Same with Levante David at linebacker.
Yeah, Levante David.
He's getting up there.
They brought in Hassan Reddick. We'll see if he actually plays, and actually does the deal that he signed.
I do like Yaya Diaby though. It's a funny name, but I do like him.
With Servoce Dennis.
Yeah, I am. No, pass on that.
Antoine Winfield is really good.
Tyke Smith out of Georgia is pretty solid. Yeah,
I don't think this is a team that's necessarily going to blow you away.
No, they're just going to be good everywhere.
Yeah.
I think cornerback leaves something to be left wanting. It's decent, but I don't necessarily love it with Jamel Dean, Zion McCollum, and then rookie Ben Morrison. Could be good if he gets over some injuries, but I don't know. I would like a little more at corner. Maybe a little more on that front.
They also have
a couple DNs.
They also have Coach Teddy as their backup QB.
Hey, he looked good.
Yeah, and he apparently can't. Probably not going to be able to coach high school football anymore because he's going to get suspended for life.
Well, and we didn't even talk about it. Bucky Irving looked awesome last year, and he's only going to probably get better this year when he gets more touches. I'm not a Rachaad White fan. Sean Tucker was decent, but I think Bucky Irving's legit. So I think this is a good team. They're, like you said, they're not going to blow you away.
I did almost have the Falcons. I
thought about it.
I had it's very close for me between the Buccaneers, the Falcons, and the Panthers. I think all three of them have capabilities of winning this division.
Yeah, I think the stability of Baker Mayfield and knowing what you're going to get from him has to be the difference maker here. He's not going to wow you most of the time, but he's going to do all the right things. He's not going to turn over the football, and he's got weapons galore.
Yeah.
So,
and I still don't know if I fully trust Michael Penix or Bryce Young.
Yeah. To be determined. All right.
The East.
NFC East. I'm going to tick a lot of people off with my last place. It's the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah.
They are the loser of the offseason, and they are going to lose this division, and they are going to lose to the Giants.
So
I didn't think those would be words that came out of my mouth.
I have the Giants in third.
As do I.
And I want to say that right now because the reason why I have the Giants above the Cowboys is because I've already talked about how much I love the Giants' defense.
It's so good.
And
so good.
And I don't love the Cowboys' defense without Micah Parsons, especially not without him, though. I mean, they brought in Kenny Clark to stop the run when he just had his worst season of his career as both a pass rusher and a run stopper, and he actually grades worse at stopping the run than Micah Parsons does. But I just hear Cowboys fans all the time say, we need to stop the run. F Micah Parsons. Okay. We'll
Good
see
luck
how that
now.
works out. Kenny Clark and Osa Odighizuwa as your D tackles,
and then Mozzie
they're
Smith
both
rotating in.
No. Both of those guys are fine. Kenny Clark is, I believe, 31 years old at this point in his 10th NFL season. He's not the same player he was.
Yeah. I don't like their whole line. Like Sam Williams pass. Like I hope Marshawn Nealon figures it out because I think he has got some potential there.
Dante Fowler.
And then Dante Fowler Jr. Like he's got to be like 37. Like he's so old.
I don't know if he's that old.
He's so old.
He came up when the
94. He's 31.
Good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh no, I did think.
Just scroll down. You can do it.
I think having Jaden Blue as their third running back is crazy because he should be their starting running back. Javonte Williams should not be starting. Miles Sanders should retire.
I think Phil Maffa is probably their second best running back on this team.
He's hurt right now.
Yeah, he is, but he's...
And the sad thing is with this team, like, they finally got a secondary weapon to make you think maybe CD won't be double and triple covered all the time when they got George Pickens. But then, I don't know. Like, this offensive line should be good, but it's not.
Yeah.
Like, Tyler Guyton, Tyler Smith, Cooper Beebe, Tyler Booker. I don't necessarily love Terrence Steele, but it should be good, but for some reason it's not holding up. And this defense is...
Their secondary is awful. Like, Trayvon Diggs, people can say is
Pick
really
City,
good.
but also Burn City.
Yeah.
It's either an interception or a touchdown. Like,
I mean, they brought in Kyer Elam. Okay.
Why? They just gave Deron Bland like $96 million.
Yeah, stop giving people money.
Maybe give it to Micah.
I saw something that if you sign Dak when you should, sign CD when you should, and I think they actually did sign Deron Bland when they should.
They did. Well, I didn't see that one. I saw when they also signed Micah last year when they could.
I said then you also signed Micah when you could. You get all of those players for less money total, even with including Micah Parsons in.
It was like $99 million of savings.
Yeah.
It was insane. Yeah,
that's without Micah. Even with him, though, it's 50.
What's the high point of this team? Brandon Aubrey? They got a good kicker.
Yeah.
They're going to need him.
Just trade Dak, trade CDE, trade George Pickens, blow it up. Fire the GM.
Yeah, it's not good. Third place, we do have the New York Giants. And like we said, we both are very on board with this defense.
Yeah, offense is awful. Offense is just terrible.
It's got a couple of decent spots. We'll talk about it in a minute. But let's talk about this defense.
So,
it's up there.
Their front seven.
It's filthy.
They have... I don't know why they have... Raheem Nunez Roches
we're gonna fix
Harris
this. Their front four or front three, are they playing a 3-4? Yeah, is gonna be Brian Burns, Dexter Lawrence, Abdul Carter.
Yeah,
and you can honestly, Brian Burns and Abdul Carter could play outside linebacker in that 3-4.
Yeah, they're probably going to. I think you might have Abdul Carter kick inside because you also have Kayvon Thibodeau.
Yeah. Well, and then you can put Darius Alexander up front in the middle as well.
You have,
Bobby Okereke. Wow, right.
Yeah.
And that
Although
doesn't.
I keep wanting to call him Okereke just because of Pat McAfee.
I know, that's what gets me. And then you also have Kayvon Thibodeau. Like, that's filthy.
Yeah, their secondary is kind of. I wish it was better.
Yeah, Drew Phillips, Deontay Banks, and Paulson Adebo. It's not great. Javon Holland, fine. I like Tyler Nubin. But yeah, it's the secondary. But the secondary is going to get help because the quarterback's not going to have time to throw the ball.
Yeah.
That front seven is going to make that secondary look better than it is and probably get some of those guys paid because they're going to get some interceptions and, some good defensive pass breakup numbers because not a lot of time for the quarterback to get the ball away.
My only thing is I think that helps a lot more if they're not playing the Eagles.
Well, yeah.
Twice a year.
Their offensive line.
Trash.
Is not good.
The receivers.
I like... Whoa.
Neighbors.
Malik Neighbors is an absolute stud. I like Theo Johnson at tight end. I think he's going to have a much better year now that he's going to be their number one. Yeah, but Wan'Dale Robinson is your 2, Darius Slayton is your 3, Jalen Hyatt is your 4. Like Jalen Hyatt, you needed to be your 2, and he's just not been good.
Tyron Tracy is good, but I don't think he is anything special to where he can run with any sort of success behind this offensive line.
No, please just let Cam Scatterbo run the ball. Just love watching him run. It makes me happy.
And I love how Jameis Winston is literally just here for vibes.
He's here to everyone to be happy.
He's listed as the third string quarterback.
Also, can we talk about that real quick? I know you just paid Russ, but Jackson Dart looks so freaking good in preseason.
I don't want Jackson Dart.
I would have started. Well, that's true. You don't want him behind that
at all. I want Jameis Winston to be the 2 because you can't ruin Jackson Dart.
Evan Neal is backing up right guard. that
was a
sucks for them. Marcus Mbo could be decent, so we'll see how that turns out. But gosh, they got to get.
I will repeat this. Do not let Jackson Dart touch the field this year because you will kill him.
And the sad thing is, if you had an offensive line, you wouldn't say that because he looks like the best quarterback on this roster.
I kind of wish they didn't release Tommy DeVito and they just put him on the practice squad. So
You can't put him on the practice squad.
if you kill Russell Wilson, no, I'm talking about put Tommy DeVito.
Okay.
Because if you kill Russell
Well, they
Wilson
probably
and
tried.
if you kill Russell Wilson and Jameis Winston, you have Tommy DeVito there.
They'll sign someone off the practice squad.
Who's number 2?
Number 2,
I'm assuming it's the same.
it's
still.
the Commanders,
It's the Commanders, yeah.
which is still stupid. It's the Washington Redskins. Bring them back.
Hey, Jared.
Stupid.
Yeah, Jaden Daniels showed last year that he was legit.
I'm concerned about regression. That
Yeah.
year 2 regression.
But I also think it helps that they brought in one of the best tackles in the NFL. They brought in Laramie Thompson.
yeah.
They brought in Debo to be we can confirm the 2 now
Yes.
because Terry finally got paid.
Yes.
They brought in Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt in the draft. I think he is going. I'm not going to call him Bill or whatever people are saying his name is. He's going to be Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt. I don't like that they traded Brian Thomas Jr. at all. Brian Robinson Jr. at all.
I do for my fantasy team. Corey Krosky-Merritt. No, and then Zach Ertz just steady. I would like to see Ben Sinnott get a shot, but Zach Ertz is gonna do Zach Ertz thing. Yeah, this offensive line looks much better.
Yeah.
I actually kind of like it. You brought in Laramie Tunsil, like you said, and then you drafted Josh Connerly Jr. to play the right side. I think that's going to be one of the best tackle combos in the league.
Tyler Biotish is a pretty good center.
Nick Allegretti and Andrew Wiley battling out at right guard, like it's not bad to be that, and then Brandon Coleman. But that's not bad for guards to have that, and then an option of somebody who's been there and done that. And then Sam Cosme's out too. Like that's going to be a good line. Now,
I feel like the defensive line has a lot of depth, but not a lot of good. Or, like, not a lot of great. Like, why is Dorrance Armstrong starting for starters?
Can Javon Kinlaw play the edge?
Yeah.
I would rather see Javon.
Well, he's playing D-tackle.
Yeah, I would rather Javon Kinlaw be on the edge and Johnny Newton be up the middle. I don't know why Johnny Newton's not starting. Like, yeah, Duron Payne and Javon Kinlaw, but look at your edges. But then you gotta love.
I don't know if Javon Kinlaw can play the edge.
Johnny Newton's small. Can you stick him out there? I don't know that you can. He's never played edge. But I do love this linebacking core. Frankie Louvu, Bobby Wagner, Von Miller.
Why is Von Miller not included in the edge rushers? He's not playing off ball.
Yeah, he probably shouldn't be. So move him down there.
He's not doing it. And if they do it, then
They're dumb.
Dan Quinn needs to be fired immediately.
I like their corners. I don't necessarily like their safeties as much, but Trey Amos, I think, is one of the better corners that came out of this draft. And then you got Marshawn Lattimore and Mike Sanderstill. And I think Sanderstill is a stud at slot corner. Quan Martin, Will Harris is not ideal at safety for me. But I think this team's very good. And I think there's some divisions this team would win the division.
I agree.
But you have the Eagles. And they will win the division.
Yeah. Defending Super Bowl champions, they still have Jalen Hurts. They still have Saquon Barkley running behind the best O-line in football. It is still the best O-line in football.
That's so good. And you added Cameron Williams as a long-term tackle development and Kenyon Green. Those are backups. Those would be starters on a lot of teams.
Yeah. I mean, Jordan Mailata, Landon Dickerson, Cam Jurgen. It's huge.
Tyler Steen and Lane Johnson.
It's huge that Landon Dickerson wasn't out long term.
Yeah.
I mean, their receiving core, A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, and Jahan Dotson had a lot of really big moments at the end of the season. In the
I'm
playoffs.
still mad that Washington let him go. Like, I wish he was the number 2 or 3 for, well, now number 2 or 3 for Washington. I think that would have been awesome. I don't know why they traded him.
They have the Georgia Bulldogs defense,
which is phenomenal.
I mean,
Jordan Davis, Jalen Carter, Nolan Smith Jr. That doesn't include Aziz Ojulari. And then you've got Zach Bond, Jeremiah Trotter Jr., Jalix Hunt. I really liked coming out of the draft. You picked up Josh Uche, and you also have Jahad Campbell as a backup.
Yeah, and then in their secondary, they have the Great White Hopes, Cooper DeJean, or what they call him, what Jeffrey Lurie call him, the Exciting Whites. The Amazing Whites.
Exciting Whites.
Like Cooper DeJean and Reed Blankenship. Sidney Brown is
Quinyon Mitchell is a stud in year 2 this year. And that's...
and then they have Adoree Jackson, too.
And we're not even talking about Andrew Makuba, Keely Ringo, going back even further with the linebacking core, Nakobe Dean. Like... their second string defense is better than some of the defenses we've talked about.
Is Jake Elliott their weak point of this team? Because he misses kicks a lot, but he also has a huge leg on him.
Maybe.
But the fact that he's their weak point, like, did we talk about Aziz Ojulari?
Did we mention him? Brought him up as a backup.
Okay.
Even Shmail Mondon Jr. as a backup linebacker is solid. Like, it's filthy. I would say next weak point, Dallas Goedert.
Yeah.
Like, this team is good. And
they have Ogbo Okoronkwo. I can't say K's and R's and O's and W's like that all in a row. They have him as their, like, 5th edge rusher.
Oh. Okoronkwo.
Sure.
Ogbo Okoronkwo. Yeah, so there's them. All right, you want to do the West next.
Yeah.
I had a hard time with the West. I think every single one of these teams has a major flaw, and every single one of these teams could win or lose the division.
Yeah, and I think we have differences at the bottom based off of what we talked about prior to being on air.
So, last place, 4th, I have the Arizona Cardinals.
And I have the Seattle Seahawks in 4th.
I have the Seahawks 3rd.
I was saying it was a game time decision whether I had the Cardinals 3rd or not. I'm leaning towards that.
And I had a specific reason that I have the 49ers at 2. So let's talk about the Cardinals. The Cardinals, I think they have some good things. In my opinion, I cannot trust Kyler Murray. I have watched him throw to the opponent's DBs when no one is around too many times. He runs around like a psychopath, sometimes great, sometimes terrible. I like their running back room. I like James Conner, and I really like Trey Benson. I think he'll eventually take over. Hopefully Marvin Harrison Jr. picks it up a little this year. He's the first pick in that wide receiver group that was really good, and he looks like he should have been 3 or 4.
I also don't love the rest of their receivers.
I don't.
They have Michael Wilson and Zay Jones.
And Greg Dortch and Xavier Weaver. Oh, that's not good. They do have Trey McBride, though, which is very good.
How do you feel about their offensive line?
I like their tackles, and I don't like anything else. I like Paris Johnson.
You don't like Jalte Froholt?
I can't say his name. I can't say his name.
I believe that's how you pronounce it.
I think Jonah Williams has potential. I like Paris Johnson Jr. The rest of it, not great for a quarterback who needs time because he's a leprechaun and can't see over them.
Holy old. Is Calais Campbell 40 years old?
He might be, but he's back, baby. He is 39.
He's going to be 40.
He's going to be 40.
Oh, no, he just turned 39. Okay. Today's September 2nd at the time of recording this. His birthday was on September 1st.
Counting months on my fingers. But yeah, this this D line is a wee bit old. Now, I love Will Johnson. I think that was a perfect corner pick for them, and he's looked great.
I don't think it's super old. I think Darius Robinson is still young. Josh Sweat is still fairly young. Dalvin Tomlinson is old. Honestly, I don't hate their defensive line.
Buda Baker's starting to get up there. He's still good.
I think he might be 33, and I'm down kind of.
Max Melton, I believe, was not this year, last year out of Rutgers. So they're okay. I think they're decent on defense. Offense, I've got some problems. And like I said, this division, the Cardinals could end up winning this division. Like if Kyler figures it out.
I don't think they can win the division. I think they can.
I think if these other teams
second.
Have issues like we talk about, anything's possible.
I think an asteroid in our first place team is the only way that.
Nope. We'll talk about our first place team because I think we have the same one, and it's not going to take an asteroid.
We do, and even
it's going to take sleeping on the wrong side of the pillow.
I don't think that's going to be enough. We'll talk about Let's talk about the Seahawks.
Seattle, I third.
They're your third. They're my fourth.
And you hate them because you don't like their quarterback, even though he had a great season last year.
I'm looking at the entirety of Sam Darnold, and I wonder.
Well, until last year, he wasn't good.
Yeah, and he had a great offensive mind in Kevin O'Connell and a great offensive system for him, and some of the best receivers in the NFL. And a great offensive line in front of him, and he has none of that right now. He has Jackson Smith-Njigba, who I think is quickly becoming one of the top receivers in the NFL.
I like his receiving core more than you do.
I hate Cooper Kupp being here. Get him out of here. I don't hate it. I'll take that back. And I do like Torrey Horton.
I very much like Torrey Horton.
I like it more now that I'm thinking about
And I think they have A.J. Barner as their starting. I think Elijah Arroyo is going to be their starting tight end and catch a lot of passes.
Looking at it now, I like it better because there was one point where their receiving core was
Jake Bobo,
Jackson Smith-Njigba, Jake Bobo, and converted quarterback John Reese Plumlee. And now I like it better. I still hate their offensive line.
It's completely rebuilt. I don't think anyone's returning. Charles Cross.
Yeah, Charles Cross is returning. I like them drafting Gray Zabel in the first round. Everything else is
not good.
Not good.
It's not good. What about that defense? Ernest Jones, Trice Knight, DeMarcus Lawrence, Leonard Williams, Byron Murphy.
I do like their secondary too.
Yeah, Rick
Woolen, Kobe Bryant.
Devon Witherspoon. You're starting to change your mind now, aren't you?
I'm gonna stick with my original opinion.
At 3.
I'm gonna stick with that. They're gonna be 4.
Ooh. I was debating if I needed to move them to 2.
I'm questioning it though.
I have 3 and 2 close.
I'm only saying that because you know what? I'll switch it. I'll set the Cardinals. I'll set the Cardinals 4th and the Seahawks 3rd.
You like that defense?
I don't.
If Kevin O'Connell fixed Sam Darnold.
If Kevin O'Connell actually fixed Sam Darnold and he can take what he learned here, and
they might be my number 2.
No, I'm not willing to do that. There's nothing about me willing to do that.
The only reason I didn't is because San Francisco 49ers are my number 2, and they have the easiest strength of schedule by a landslide.
Yeah.
Can you say team of hurt?
Yeah. I never thought I was going to be saying I hate the receiving core for the 49ers.
It's ugly.
I hate the receiving core for the 49ers.
Juwan Jennings is your number one.
Yeah, Ricky Pearsall's their number one.
Yeah, Ricky Pearsall should be their number one.
Marquez Valdez-Scantling is not good. He never has been, and he never will be, especially at 31 years old. Stop signing him to contracts and giving him
They also have Sky Moore. Gross. Demarcus Robinson, who's suspended, also gross. You need Brandon Ayuk to not be hurt.
No, they don't get that.
They just need to trade him. He doesn't want to be there. And then George Kittle.
Yeah, and then it doesn't help the running backs are Christian McCaffrey and Brian Robinson Jr.
That definitely helps that Brian Robinson Jr. is their backup because he's going to play 3/4 of their games while, say it,
Christian McCaffrey strain
is hurt.
I think Brian Robinson, I could see a world where he gets hurt too.
That's
their whole
because it's
last
San
year.
Francisco.
Because last year Jordan Mason also got hurt, and Isaac Guriendo played a lot, and then Isaac Guriendo got hurt, and I believe they had what's the other guy that's currently on their roster at running back, and I believe he played too. Jordan James, yeah.
Well, this offensive line is not my favorite, and it's also injury prone because you have the best left tackle in football in Trent Williams, but he can't stay healthy.
He's also getting older.
He is. How you feel about Ben Barch, Jake Brendel?
I like Ben Barch.
I like Dominic Pooney out of Kansas. Colton McKivitz. Like, this is the problem. Like, they could be a decent offensive line, but they haven't been healthy. And Pooney and Barch are already questionable. Like,
yeah, I like their defensive line. They have Michael Williams. They have, what is it? Kalia Davis. Get a more manly name.
Yeah, he's going to come pound you.
Yeah.
Big O defensive tackle. He's probably Samoan or Hawaiian. Yeah. Come on. Jordan Elliott,
Nick Bosa. Ivory Kalia, I've known is a girl. That's just fine.
That's fair. I mean, they also drafted Alfred Collins out of Texas, and then
they brought in Yetur Gross-Matos.
Gross-Matos is decent.
This actually might be his second year with the 49ers.
But I don't like their linebacking core anymore, outside of Fred Warner. Like, you've lost all of those good linebackers that you had that made it hard to play against you.
Yeah.
And then Diamador Lenore, Jair Brown, Leonardo Green.
I like Diamador Lenore.
Yeah.
I don't like anything else.
Leonardo Green, second year out of Florida State. Jair Brown's decent. But
also,
think about what
half of the names we just mentioned are also questionable.
Yeah. Just think about what that linebacking and secondary used to look like and what it is now. Now that I'm looking at it, you know what? I'm switching it. Switch. I have Seattle finishing second and the 49ers finishing third. I don't like this team. They can't stay healthy, and I don't like that defense.
This could be a team that comes in fourth. If
the health happens again. Yeah.
Which also, we didn't even talk about Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy needs people around him to be
He is not a quarterback
successful.
that makes people better. He's okay.
Okay. So when it comes to first place, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think Matthew Stafford being out is enough for this team to not come in first.
I mean, they still have Jimmy Garoppolo, but that's not doing anything for me.
I think Stetson Bennett had a huge preseason.
Did he stop drinking or whatever his problem was?
Yeah, you'd hope so.
You'd hope so, but
he wasn't active all year last year.
Yeah, I think the Rams have to have Matthew Stafford healthy at least 13 games to win this division.
I don't.
And if he's not healthy at least 13 games, I don't think they win this division. I think Seattle then wins this division.
I think Matthew Stafford could never play football again, and the Rams will be just fine.
Are the Rams going to draft a quarterback?
No, because I think they're going to be a late round pick. Or they're going to be a late draft pick.
Okay.
Maybe. I mean, maybe. I need to. I would need to see what the quarterback.
I like
draft
this
class
running
looks
back
like.
room. I like this wide receiver room. Tight end's fine. Offensive line has some spots I like. You know, you like Kyron Williams as a stud. I like Blake Corum.
I wish they still had Koty Schrader.
I wish they still had Koty Schrader as well.
Jarquez Hunter is fine, I guess.
Yeah. But then you got Puka, Devontae, Tutu, Whittingham. That's a
If Puka likes football, then
They're
we're
fine.
in business here.
I hope so. He's on my team. Tyler Higbee, Terrence Ferguson. I like that they brought in Ferguson to be a secondary option at tight end. Offensive line, it's okay. Alaric Jackson, Steve Avila, Rob Havenstein starting to get up there in age. I would like for them to draft a tackle that they could develop sometime soon. I do like Bo Limmer, though, and I think he'll eventually take over at center.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing about this offensive line that I like. I'm gonna be just totally for real with you. Like, they haven't paid attention to it enough.
I mean, they've drafted Avila and Limmer.
Yeah, I mean, Steve Avila is fine.
But what's going to win this team, the division, is their defense.
Why does ESPN have these edge rushers listed as off-ball linebackers? Get Jared Verse on the edge.
Braden Fisk, Poona Ford, Kobe Turner, Byron Young, Jared Verse. Enough said.
I love their defensive line. I actually don't like their linebackers.
No Nate Landman.
Omar Spites,
Yeah.
and is it Troy Reader that's going to be the
Probably.
other one? Nick Hampton or Sean
Yeah, I don't
Dolak?
like any of that. I'm actually not a huge fan of their corners. Darius Williams, Akilah Witherspoon, Manuel Forbes Jr. Leaves a little like. I like their safeties more. Cam Curl, Quentin Lake, and Cam Kitchens. I like Cam Kitchens a lot, so I think Cam Curl and Cam Kitchens could be a good duo back there. The Cams.
Kobe Durant as the nickel.
Yeah. So I like the safety. Not a huge fan of the DBs or linebackers. And like I said, I wish they would draft some tackles to develop. But I think they need Stafford to stay healthy.
I don't see a world where this team doesn't finish in first.
I do. Stafford gets hurt. All right. That leaves us with your favorite division,
Yeah.
the NFC North.
And in my opinion, this is the best division in football.
Yes.
And it's not even close.
Yep. And then I have the AFC West after.
I think this fourth place team, if they didn't play in the NFC North, could be a playoff team in any other division. In most other divisions.
And who do you have?
I have the Chicago Bears.
You want to look at mine real quick? I had a debate.
I don't have that debate.
I have a debate. Let me do one quick last look real quick on something. Okay. I don't have a debate anymore.
Are you putting them in fourth?
I am. I am putting fourth place. This is my other crazy call of the day. Fourth place, the Minnesota Vikings. Kyle is stunned.
You're wrong.
Here's
You
my
are
problem.
wrong.
Here's my problem.
You sure you don't want to look at the Bears too? And because look,
No, I'm not. Here we go. Let me just go.
okay.
Here's
Talk about
my problem.
Talk about the Vikings.
Here's why I have the Vikings fourth.
It's
JJ McCarthy has still not played it down.
We're recording this, and it's after 1 a.m. as we're recording this, and we've been on for 2 hours. I think Cody's losing it.
And I've got to teach in 7 hours.
Yeah.
JJ McCarthy still has not played it down of NFL football.
Okay.
We want to go ahead and say it's going to be fine.
Uh-huh.
And I want to give him the benefit of the doubt because Kevin O'Connell is a great coach. I don't like this running back room. Aaron Jones is old. Jordan Mason is fine, I guess. Justin Jefferson is slowing down. Not because of age, because of that hamstring will not go away.
Okay.
Jordan Addison is out for
3 games.
3 games. I do love TJ Hawkinson. Their line is okay.
I think it's better than okay.
It's okay. I'm not as high on this defense as you are.
Okay.
And I think this is a division that... Why is Dallas Turner listed at freaking linebacker? Stupid. Okay. Is Jeff... Okay. There's some decent pieces here on defense. I'm just not as big of a fan on it, and I think this is going to be a crazy division. And here's the reason I have the Bears in third. I know you hate it. Ben Johnson is going to be the difference maker. I think this team was so poorly coached that it cost them so many games last year. And I don't think Ben Johnson's going to let that happen. The badly coached, the players getting away with stuff. The Tyreek Stevenson thing would not have happened if Ben Johnson was there, and he would have cut him if he was. Like, that crap will not happen under Ben Johnson, and I think that's going to be the difference here. I told you before, I think the Vikings are taking a step back, and I think this is just going to be a rough year for them. And I know you think I'm a
Vikings in 4th place.
I did. This is not the same defense.
I don't think I've disagreed with you on anything more ever, and we've been talking about sports together for
Years.
yeah. Like,
Would you like me to go to Chicago?
please do. So, they have LGBTQB1 at quarterback.
And DeAndre Swift at running
That
back.
being Caleb Williams. Ben Johnson hates DeAndre Swift with a passion.
He's still going to start.
I think we might see more of Kyle Monangai than we expect
I would be
this
okay with
season. Because I don't think Roshan Johnson is...
No, he's too small.
Yeah.
Can't be an every down back.
Well, he can't be an every down back. He's small, but he's also considered more of a power back.
Which is stupid.
Like-
How do you feel about that receiving core, though? DJ Moore, Rome Odunze, LB3, Olamide Zacchaeus has had his moments. Colston Loveland, Cole Kmet.
Yeah.
That's filthy.
It's good. I don't love their offensive line, though.
I think
Like, they brought in Joe Tooney.
Okay.
Which
I think this offensive line is going to be a lot better.
I like the Vikings offensive
Braxton
line.
Jones, Joe Tooney, Drew Dahlman, Jonah Jackson, and Darnell Wright. I think that is fine.
I think they have really good guards.
Okay. Darnell Wright, still young,
Okay.
taking steps. You drafted Ozzie Trapillo out of Boston College to come be your developmental. You still are developing Kron Amagaji. There we go. I got it. I like some things that they're doing there and developing people, and I think Braxton Jones and Darnell Wright are good enough.
Look, I think the Bears are a fine team. Like, again, I think they're going to win 7 or 8 games, which I think is clearly going to be the best 4th place team in the NFL. And I think they probably win more if they're not in the NFC North. And I think they're going to go 1-5 probably. And they're going to sneak a game from someone in the NFC North, but
They're going to beat the Vikings.
they're okay once.
Maybe.
And I think if they were in another division, they probably make the playoffs. But I think
Say that name for me.
I'm in Ugbugbing.
Agbong Bimiga? It's a new favorite name.
I mean, I like their defensive line somewhat. Like, Montez Sweat is good. I don't know if he's great anymore. He's good. Grady Jarrett, good. Javon Dexter, good. Like, there's not much of a...
You don't like Deo Odengbo?
Huh? I do.
And then you still have Shamar Turner in that rotation. Tremaine Edmonds, TJ Edwards, like
I think
Jalen Johnson, Jawan Brister, Kevin Byard. Tyreek Stevenson is the weak point there. Like that CB2 is my biggest concern. And then you got Kyler Gordon over there. I don't think this is a bad team at all.
I don't either. I don't think the issue is you like the Bears more than me. I think the issue is I like the Vikings more than you.
100%.
Because I'm bringing this to my third place team. I think third place in this division is the Green Bay Packers.
And I think you're crazy. And you're a Packers fan.
Yeah. So I like...
You've got Minnesota at 2.
I do have Minnesota at 2.
Oh. No.
And the reason why, first of all, their offense, I think for the most part is fine. I am higher on Jordan Love than most people are. I think $55 million or however much he got is entirely too much.
But it's the going rate now of quarterbacks.
Yeah. And I think he's a quarterback that's not necessarily going to be the X factor, but he's not going to lose you games for the most part. I mean, the only game he really lost for them is, I think, the Vikings game last year. He threw too many interceptions, which he does throw too many interceptions. And then the NFC Championship game against the 49ers, throwing that ball over the middle, but he was basically a rookie at that point. Josh Jacobs is great. Their receivers, I don't love them.
They're all number 2s or 3s.
Yeah,
but I think they're all good enough. Jaden Reed, Matthew Golden, maybe he can be the one. We'll see. Romeo Dobbs, Dontavian Wicks.
Romeo Dobbs shouldn't be on the team. Dontavian Wicks is awful.
Okay, how about Tucker Kraft and Luke Musgrave at tight end?
I mean, I like them. They're fine. I think Tucker Kraft might be a little too overrated, but I think he's a fine tight end. I think him and Luke Musgrave are honestly kind of on the same level. I like our offensive line. I think Rasheed Walker and Zach Tom are, they're fine tackles. I love Elton Jenkins.
Yeah.
I love Elton Jenkins.
Yeah.
I love Elton Jenkins. The day he is no longer a Packer, I'm going to cry. And it's like on the level that David Bakhtiari was. They brought in Aaron Banks. Sean Ryan is there. I like our offensive line. The issue that I have with the Packers...
Let me guess. Cornerback.
You can keep going. I love our linebackers.
D-tackle.
Yeah. I love our linebackers.
Yeah.
And I love now our edge rushers.
Yeah.
We did a little mini episode talking about the Micah Parsons trade. We won that trade. There's you Cowboys fans that think we need to stop the run. Shut up. You're getting picks somewhere between 28 to 32, most likely, or 27 to 32. I think 20
in them.
I think 27 is the highest possible.
I was going to say 24.
Is
the earliest.
I say they're in third place. I'm looking at an 11-win third place team.
Yeah.
12-win third place team.
I've got them in second, so.
So, in terms of our edge rushers last year, our leading edge rusher in pressures was Rashawn Gary, who played all 17 games and had 47 pressures. That isn't good for the top edge rusher on the team. They brought in Micah Parsons, who has the most QB pressures since he made his debut. The most QB pressures in the NFL. He normally averages 90 to 100 per 17 games. Last year he had 70 and he only played 13. He is going to do it. The issue that I have with that is he's hurt. And they don't know if he's going to play week 1.
I heard he's playing.
I haven't. Last I've heard is he's questionable, which he is listed there on the depth chart, and they're not 100% sure. Kenny Clark had the worst year of his career last year, but he was a guy that stabilized that defense. And Devontae Wyatt still makes a lot of young player mistakes. Let's get off of Tom Brody.
It's Tim Brody.
Tim Brody.
Signing with North Carolina.
Yeah, Colby Wooden and Devontae Wyatt. Devontae Wyatt still makes way too many young player mistakes. I think he is capable of being that Kenny Clark type player. Colby Wooden, I think I'd rather have Nazir Stackhouse play. You know, you have Lucas Van Ness as depth, as probably where he should be right now, but also when are you going to play him? Because he needs to play.
Yeah. Can Rashawn Gary take inside?
No.
That'd be great.
It'd be great if one of them could, but no one can.
Yeah, I like your linebackers.
I mean, Kingsley Enagbare is really good too. He just hasn't had a chance, and now he never will.
Yeah.
Linebackers, I love them.
It's good.
Edgerrin Cooper,
Stud.
dog. Quay Walker, dog. If he can stop making dumb mistakes. He does that too, but he's extremely talented. Isaiah McDuffie is awesome.
Then there's the corners.
What are we doing in terms of this secondary?
You're trading away Jair Alexander.
We cut him actually. But,
Even worse.
yeah. Xavier McKinney, he knows how to be in the right place at the right time. He's a great safety. Evan Williams, I'm not a huge fan, but okay. That's not my gripe. My gripe. I'm sorry.
My gripe is that you coughing in my face.
I'm struggling right now. My gripe, why is our cornerbacks, Keyshawn Nixon, number one cornerback. He's a slot at best. He is the best return man in the NFL. Not even close. Why is he playing corner? Along with Nate Hobbs, Javon Bullard. I'm more concerned about the fact that it's Keyshawn Nixon, Nate Hobbs, Carrington Valentine, and wide receiver turned cornerback Bo Melton, who is probably going to play not 0 snaps.
Yeah. What about Kamal Hadden?
I mean, how old is he?
Is he old?
I think he's pretty
24.
young. Yeah. I would say, I think he's second
Drafted
year.
2 years ago.
But I don't know if he's going to play that much.
Yeah.
I don't know if he has a future with the team.
I
And
still take that as the second place team.
I don't know who we're going to...
Because Minnesota's taking fourth.
I don't think this is a secondary that can stop what the Vikings or the Lions have at receiver or tight end or anything. Like, Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison and Amon-Ra St. Brown and Jamison Williams are two of... I mentioned probably number one, Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. I think number 2 and number 3 in some order are those wide receiver duos.
Yeah. Which leaves our winner.
Yeah.
Detroit Lions.
Detroit Lions.
I've heard a lot of craziness about the Detroit Lions sliding this year. And I understand from the aspect of they lost both of their coordinators.
Oh, yeah.
But this team is so good. Like, I don't care who your coordinators are. If they've got the same team as last year, which they basically do, this team's winning the division. Unless Jared Goff gets hurt. Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery might be the best backfield in football.
They are.
Amon-Ra, Jameson Williams.
I guess this is a crazy statement. I think Amon-Ra St. Brown is my third best receiver in the NFL.
Ooh.
Like
I have to think about it.
I have Jamar Chase and
Chase.
Justin Jefferson as 1 and 2.
And then I think it's a tier
I think
after that.
Yeah, I think it's a big drop off. I think Amon-Ra St. Brown is the clear number 3 though.
Maybe.
And you pair him again with Jameson Williams.
And then Isaac Tesla
Yeah.
has been looking really good in the preseason.
Isaac Tesla needs to be above Khalif Raymond.
Yeah, for sure. He's going to be their number 3.
I would argue Dominic Lovett should
Maybe.
probably start to get more playing time than Khalif Raymond at some point in the season. They have Sam Laporta.
And
They
then
have
you
Brock
love
Wright.
Sam Laporta.
On the offensive line, we have Taylor Decker,
Christian Mahogany.
Graham Glasgow. They
Tate
drafted Tate Ratledge. I'm a fan of Tate Ratledge.
Mm-hmm.
And then Penei Sewell.
Best
who-
right tackle in football.
all of the Lions fans out there who are saying, "Oh, well, just wait until Micah Parsons is getting blocked by Penei Sewell." Micah Parsons can beat Penei Sewell, but there's not a whole lot of guys that can consistently beat Penei Sewell.
No.
Micah Parsons is one of them, though.
He's very good. That's one of the best offensive lines in football. It's dang good.
Yeah, and then they have a nice edge rusher, a nice star edge rusher themselves. They have Aiden Hutchinson, who
As long as he's back healthy.
he's going to be fully healthy this year.
He was going to win Defensive Player of the Year before he got hurt.
Yeah. Tyleek Williams, DJ Reader, and Marcus Davenport on this defensive line with him. I'm a fan of Mekhi Wingo. Ali McNeil, Levi Onwuzurike are both good players. They just can't start on this team. Their linebacking core, they have Alex Anzalone, Jack Campbell, Derek Barnes. I'm a fan of all of them.
I like Jack Campbell a lot.
They're safeties.
Brian Branch and Kirby Joseph.
Dumb Lions fans are going to say Kirby Joseph's the best safety in the NFL. I don't think he's super far off. I don't know if he's the best in the NFL.
Brian Branch is dang good, too.
Brian Branch is good, too.
And Terrion Arnold is your starting corner. I'm good with that. I would like a little more at corner. I think that is probably their weakness with DJ Reed.
Yeah, they have
Rock Ya-Sin.
Amik Robertson, Rock Ya-Sin, Avonte Maddox.
Yeah.
It hurts
Ennis
that they don't.
Rakestraw.
It hurts that Ennis Rakestraw is going to be on the IR.
Yeah.
I don't believe he's playing this season. I can't remember what the injury is.
Shoulder. So it says.
Yeah, I believe he's not playing this year, but I'm not 100% sure. I think Ennis Rakestraw is your other starting corner. If
Should be
he's-
too. But that's a deep team with no weaknesses.
Yeah.
So you want a little more at corner with Rakestraw out, but other than that, they don't really have a weakness.
Yeah.
So with that, let's do our playoffs.
All right.
Number 1.
Or you're doing 7?
Yep.
You're going 7 to 1.
7-1. Okay. In 7th, I have the Washington Commanders.
I have the Green Bay Packers in 7th.
Wow.
I think they're capable of winning a playoff game against next to anyone, but I just can't. I can't, in good faith, look at this secondary and say they are a Super Bowl contender.
Yeah. Okay. At number 6, I have the Atlanta Falcons.
Number 6 is where I have the Washington Commanders.
All right. Did you leave the Falcons out?
I did leave the Falcons out.
I had.
I think the NFC South is going to have one team in the playoffs, and I do think it could be any one of those 3 teams that isn't the New Orleans Saints, but you're going to have to win the division to make the playoffs.
I think that division is wide open, and I think the Falcons are going to get enough to sneak in there. At number 5, I have the Green Bay Packers.
I have the Minnesota Vikings. I just can't say they're better than the Packers, or can't say the Packers are better than them right now.
I can, and I will. At number 4, the last of our division winners, I have the Los Angeles Rams.
I have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
At number 3, I have the Detroit Lions.
I have the Rams at 3.
And at number 2, I have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
And I have the Philadelphia Eagles at number 2.
Ooh, here's my problem. Buccaneers at 2 over the Rams and Lions. I think
I'm gonna change that just because I do think the Lions are playing better competition.
that's why I have
So I will say the Lions at 2.
that's why I have the Bucs at 2, is because I think the Lions are playing tougher competition. So I slid them down one spot than where I think they should be.
I don't care how much competition they have. The Lions have. They're that much better, in my opinion, than the Bucs are.
And then in first place, the defending Super Bowl champions, the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah, I think the Lions right now are probably my pick to come out of the NFC. I think they're.
I hate this, and everyone else is going to hate this, but I have a repeat of the Super Bowl last year. Exact. Unfortunately, as a Chiefs fan, an exact repeat of the Super Bowl.
Eagles being the Chiefs.
Yeah. Which is sad for me. But I do think that the Lions give the best chance to beat the Eagles. I think they're the second most complete team. And until the Bills or Ravens prove that they can beat the Chiefs, I'm going to keep picking them.
Yeah. Your NFC North opinions baffle me. We're gonna cut this off here because we're 2.5 hours in. We were hoping an hour and a half.
And it's 1:30 a.m.
Thank you guys for watching. Like I said, we are getting back consistent again. We will be back with baseball tomorrow. We will be back with MMA either Thursday or Friday, or either Friday or Saturday. And then next week, we are hoping to add more content. We are hoping to start basketball at some point in the next few weeks, in the near future. At some point in the near future, we are going to be starting hockey. We are going to have some new hosts. Again, if we start basketball next week, you're going to meet Drew. Drew and Randall talking about basketball is going to be
Something.
It's going to be something. So if you are a basketball fan, you are not going to want to miss that. I think Koty and Julian talking about hockey is going to be electric. There's a lot of people who just love hockey because of the fights. You're also going to love it because of some of the opinions that we've heard, the opinions that Koty has. Julian has some out there opinions sometime too. So it's going to be fun. We are going to, again, continue to expand the content. Maybe at some point, if our schedule allows us, we add another sport. You know, we make some changes to our broadcasting setup. You know, there's a lot of different things. I will be somewhere new, which I'm scared about. With how that's going to work, but it's going to be fun. Like I said, we're continuing to grow the channel, continuing to grow the podcast. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, continue to watch us, continue to support us because it means the world to us.
Comment on how Kyle's wrong and the Vikings will finish 4th.
We probably do have a few Bears fans that would do that, but they're wrong. Because the Bears are always going to finish last. Aaron Rodgers transferred the deed over to Jordan Love, and the Bears are...
Well, the Vikings are going to rip that deed up.
The Bears are always going to be the laughingstock of the NFC North, forever and for always.
All right, it's time for us to go to bed.
Yeah. So we will see you guys tomorrow.
See ya.